angel disappear. Monsters crawling through the shadows will be brought to light. If there's a blood dungeon, and if there's monster to be slain, then you know who will answer the call. The initiative, the dungeon initiative.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Ah!
Oh, yeah. Get rid of that cup. Now I can give everyone the
I
finger.
don't know who's that is.
We're loud and clear. You can hear the sound pretty well. You can hear us pretty well over there.
Right here.
You're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Again, it's like behind by like, don't worry, I'll do it myself. 20 seconds or so.
All right.
So I'm gonna have to bring this down so I don't get confused.
Welcome to tonight's episode of the Dungeon Initiative. We're back here at Balanced Martial Arts and Gaming, bringing you our side story for Zoe Noelani.
You know, just the three-man group here, just her, this guy.
You can always switch to like that overhead cam later.
No.
But since we're not doing any table stuff right now,
That's what she said.
do you guys want me to put the table down? Like, do you guys want me to put like the board and the pieces? Do you need it?
Are we necessarily using it right now?
You're just traversing a dungeon, so I mean, if
Are we about to enter combat? Which just take off my table.
not necessarily, but if combat is the precedent, then yeah, I can put it down. But right now, there is no combat. When we left off, you guys were traveling down this this passage of a dungeon. Zoe, you realize that you've been here, or at least a familiar place to this before. The rest of you having visions or seeing things within the dungeon that's either misleading you or telling you a story about the past and history of the god that used to reside in these halls. The last thing that you all saw was Rodney run up to a burning building and stepped in what seemed like a fire pit. Terrestrius, did I say it right? Terrestrius.
That's more R's than you thought there was.
So Terrestrius, you were the only one who was able to see through this this vision or this illusion, and realize that what happened to Rodney was that he stepped into what looks like a lava pit, and the tunnel itself is still there, but giving off the illusion that all of you are seeing a burning building. And that the building is collapsing, and that burning building that collapsed was actually spikes that shot out of the right side of the wall and struck into Rodney.
No, they missed.
Oh, they missed. Okay, so you managed to save from that. But yeah, you saw that. You saw the truth of what's going on in the dungeon. Everybody else is still entranced in what's going on. You're probably just gonna play Hugh.
Where is he?
He's with you guys.
For all we know, he could have been pulled off somewhere else at the dungeon.
Yeah, because he didn't
By
cross
his god.
over, did he?
No, he came with us.
Did he?
Well,
Are you
I think
sure?
he's seeing everything that we're seeing right now.
Are you sure?
So you guys are all like, pay attention to the fire. Rodney's like, my foot, it burns, yeah. And then like you turn and you look and you see Hugh. He's like, his face is like in the ground, and he's just sinking, and it just enveloped him.
Did you just put him in quicksand?
That's what just happened. I'm just gonna put Hugh away.
Guys, I don't know what's happening.
Hugh has his own trials.
All right, so it's just the four of you.
You gotta take it by more sucky by.
How
This
hard
should have been me.
Excuse
Not
me.
so.
How hard are you?
How hard are you?
What's going on?
That's what I just heard. This earbud.
So did they.
I know. I'm pretty sure that's what everyone just heard, but I don't know.
Everybody just
My God! How
what?
hurt?
I'm
are
not saying
you?
or doing anything. I set up the scene. It's on you guys now.
Well, you're like hypnotized by a boy
Small child.
and their father.
Little Timmy's in a well.
not hypnotized, but
Well, not
you,
yet.
you were seeing
Okay.
there's this burning house or like this burning barn, and like a father had like scooped up his son and was like telling him and reassuring him that it's not your fault, this wasn't his doing, and he took off running. It's not your fault.
But do I see him injured?
Yeah. So I mean, like it's almost as if like the house had collapsed over, and just a bunch of like embers had like struck him. So like he got hit by the fire.
Sora's gonna definitely like run up and be like, Rodney, are you okay?
Yeah, it's just my foot.
Your foot?
Yes,
just-
my foot.
You just got what?
What? Doesn't matter. We gotta get those people out of that building.
What?
What?
You're in the building.
Can they see me?
That building.
Can they see her?
You're seeing this too.
You can all see each other. It's just
So-
what you guys are seeing in this like hallucination. She's seeing straight through it now.
So I was gonna be like, guys, it's not real. It's an illusion.
You're standing right next to you. You don't have to yell.
Why are you yelling at us?
Terry, stop yelling. You're being so loud now.
Well, I'm sorry, I wasn't sure if like you were seeing things and hearing things at the same time, and I thought maybe I had to like
That's how our
shout.
senses work. We
Everybody
see and
roll
hear
percentile
things.
that for me. Number to beat is 50. You have to be above a 50.
Oh, wow.
I think 3 of you need to hit 50 or more. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Not you. Go away, Mary.
These 3 trying to claim all the.
She just said okay.
71.
She just said okay.
65.
That's
85.
No, that's 83.
Oh,
But
that's
83.
70.
Okay.
Oh,
You can feel a gust kind of building up, and it just kind of like dies down suddenly. But you,
Did my staff pick up anything on that?
no, your staff is on the fritz right now.
Oh.
it's vibrating. Ooh.
It's literally just moving her away.
Yeah, like
from
you know
us.
when you go over to like that one person's house, and all you hear in the bedroom drawer is
What were you doing?
or
That's horrible.
it's true though.
Calm down. We haven't wooed her yet.
Oh. Okay, and then so while you guys just see like wind picking up and the flames of burning this house are kind of like licked and moving around, you just see the passageway and your friends all freaking out over Rodney standing next to this like pit of lava that seems to kind of be flowing from one side of the wall into the other. And it's almost like it's going into the wall itself.
God, why is the ground over there so freaking hot? You're standing on fire.
Gonna.
What are you talking about? This is grass. You're seeing the same thing I am, man.
I'm seeing the barns burnt and fell, and it crushed you and your ears.
He's gonna grab Rodney and kind of like hoist him up. He's gonna like, and he's just.
What are
gonna
you
be,
doing? Get off me. God, get the people out.
It's okay. Uppies.
What did you just say to me?
Yeah, you heard me.
Yeah, he's gonna put him like on his back.
Why did
Follow
that
me.
I didn't consent to this,
So what are you doing?
but I like it.
Like,
You know
lead
that-
them to the passage, like
Okay.
pathway.
So you know, looking at the path here, right?
We still have people in the burning building.
From where you're standing, it's 20 feet across.
Okay.
This lava pit, right? And then when you saw the spikes come out of the wall, they seem to come out about 10 feet. So straight from the wall, and right back in from the right side.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'm gonna like stop for a bit and just like look around.
Yeah, that's right, Sam. We just gotta go
Does
right over to the house.
anybody have a magic spell, or they could throw like a weapon and have it like
What do you mean? What do you mean? Why?
have it
Why?
stuck?
The
There's-
house is right there.
No.
It's right there. The bucket of water is right there.
Rodney, there's spikes.
What are you talking about?
It's just like,
I
Shut the
I can see the real thing. You guys are in a
Insight check.
weird.
I don't trust anything.
You're an nocturne.
You're a fucking liar.
You're a fraud, Spider-Man.
I'm gonna
15. What's your wisdom?
Wait, -5?
No, I have a 7 plus 8,
Oh.
so 15.
What is it again?
I mean, you're not trying to deceive them. You're being
Oh,
honest.
Mine's a 14.
So I mean, like, I'd say your instinct is telling you, like, listen to your friend.
Just this once.
Okay, Terry, I'm gonna believe you just this once. But if those people are burning in there, we gotta go back, okay?
What people, Rodney? There's no.
You're seeing exactly what I'm seeing.
I'm not seeing exactly what you're seeing.
Isn't he seeing what I'm seeing?
So like,
I know I'm not the only one
like
seeing
the
this.
transition goes.
Ah! I'm on fire!
You don't hear the screams.
I don't.
You just see the burning building.
There are no people. I don't hear screaming people in
You
there.
didn't see the person just run in there.
No.
He's gonna be like, Roddy. And he's gonna grab his hand and just like kind of like feel the fur. Calm down.
There are
Calm down.
Ew.
It's okay. Just pet Terry.
I don't want to pet Terry. That's weird.
He likes it.
No.
It's the fact that Zoe's not even near you. Zoe's not even near you guys.
You're just watching a boy and their dad.
So confused now. No, I'm going to other house.
You know what? Just carry me out of here.
Okay.
My foot's kind of fucked up right now, please.
Okay. But first, we need to stop those spikes.
I swear to God, Terry, if you say something about spikes again.
What? What spikes? I just see fire.
So he's gonna like point like where they're.
So, you can try to make an intelligence check. I will warn you, it has gotten harder
Oh, lovely.
to spot these. Roll a
Alright.
20.
So, oh no, wrong dice.
22.
Why did you roll?
Oh. I thought it was in a general one.
I mean, you all can make an intelligence check
But-
with this new news that
Oh,
he's
okay.
given you all. Like, you know, like, oh,
Intelligence
it's a lie. An intelligence check. Try to see if you can see past this vision. And
No
then,
advantage or anything, right?
no.
I mean, he hates us. Why would he give us an advantage?
4. You're a fucking liar.
So the number to beat is 24 for this check.
Do you believe in me? Do you believe in my dice? Blow at it, babe.
It's okay, Zoe. I'll blow on them for you.
Go, Zoe, go.
From Terry's back.
I'll blow on them for you.
What kind of blowing are you?
First we do the
You wouldn't
blowing.
understand, Terry.
He's gonna do like that one animating. What's that supposed to be?
25. And it's only
Just
because I looked at it.
No, you're listening to this information. You're like, you know, looking at the flame, and slowly you're watching as the house just kind of starts to dissipate. The last second, you do notice that there is like a flame spirit standing on the other end, about 20 feet away from you, and they're like looking at you directly. And as the illusion kind of breaks, and all you see is the tunnel going down, they turn and they start to run down the tunnel. You also notice that there's like these holes in the wall to the right side with the spikes kind of laying there in wait.
Are there any like plants near me? Any like greenery?
No, nothing real.
Oh, lovely. Actually,
Yes. I can actually finagle
I
reality.
think this is making me a lot more.
If there's a
Where'd it
seed, they can do this. Oh. This is called mirror.
So I can see where these key doors are, right?
Mhm.
What's in front of it?
So I mean, like, if they're standing next to where this structure is, they're standing like, you know, like right outside this building, kind of like looking at it. Maybe looking at each other, but yeah.
If somebody
Why are you
does-
carrying me like this?
If somebody does like inform the other people that the illusion is an illusion, doesn't it break the illusion for those people?
Not necessarily. It seems to it's still instilled for you to like see through it, even if we're hurt.
No, I mean that part of one.
Yeah.
I know
Like, you're still seeing.
Yeah.
You still have to perceive for yourself whether or not.
There's not a thing under. That's what you just said.
I'm trying to figure that out.
You got a fucking knife.
No weapons on.
What do you have there?
The way I like to think of it is the effect or the magic that's happening is trying to get you to question not just yourself but your party. I will say make an make that intelligence check with advantage if you guys would like. Obviously you already passed. I'm not gonna make you do that.
I'm gonna get myself.
You don't need to do that. You've already been past it.
Come on, Terry. Walk us through the spikes. They are not there. Go ahead, Terry. Come on.
I need something to stop spikes.
Stop the spikes.
Yes.
You know what? Here.
Some kind of spell or maybe
Was that
a
cock or
weapon
something?
and just
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
stick
They've
into
been
something.
catching like this, like right there.
You know what? Here. If there's so many spikes there, here's a handful of ball bearings. You know what? Let me throw it for you.
I need new dice trays. Because these things are getting a bunch of shit in them now.
Okay, here, I'm just rolling this one.
Were you able to beat a 24?
trying it out.
25, but I said, did I say I used guidance? Okay. 27.
Okay. Yeah. So you see the same thing. The illusion breaks, and you now see a tunnel straight ahead. A spike trap on the right side.
This feels better.
Did you want to make that check as well? Did you want to do the intelligence check with advantage?
Sure. Should I roll 2 right now, or?
No, just the one.
Okay.
It's better than the last roll if you remember it.
Much better. But it won't work. 21.
Like all of them are starting to be like, yeah, you're right. You know, like
I don't know, you guys are all saying it, so it's starting to sound a little convincing, but I'm not so sure about it.
This is like the Patrick license thing.
yeah, all you guys
It's
see
your
is
license.
empty passageway. And then I need you all to roll percentile die again. And it actually
Yes, that's
increased a little bit.
That's my ID.
But it's not my wallet.
89.
51.
Pass. Fail.
Thank you.
What kind of roll?
Just help out
This
shit
is
out
a
there.
percentile die to see if you can get hit with another gust of hot air.
As long as 3 of us go over it. Okay.
Yeah.
Fail.
19.
Fail. All right.
66 fails.
Yeah.
No. What?
Yeah,
I
you
cranked the
said-
difficulty up.
Oh my god, I'm the only one that passed.
So we're getting another gust.
Well, I'm resistant.
Can you turn that off?
What are you talking about? Has 28 points of fire damage blowing down the passage.
Can I take half step holding on to Terry so he can take
No.
the whole front? How much is it?
28.
28?
It's fine. This one's not.
Wait, don't we need to take dexterity checks for that?
Mm-mm. This is just coming down the passage.
Okay.
It's right there.
Actually, yeah, make Constitution saves to determine if you get half that damage. Sorry, you don't take any, so you're good.
Okay, so Constitution. Wait, Constitution or dexterity?
It's a Constitution save.
Okay.
And
Okay.
the number to beat right now is a 22. It gets harder the further down you guys go the passage.
The Constitution, what is it?
Constitution save is now a 22. Now,
Okay.
DC. So the percentile die was to determine whether or not the gust of wind would blow through, and since 3 out of 4 failed, it's gonna blow.
Okay.
And then
Now
28 points of
Constitution
damage, half if you beat the con save.
I did not do the concept,
Yeah, I definitely didn't beat it.
but I think half as much. So,
Mhm.
how much is the damage?
28.
28 and 14.
I really like this one. It reminds me of the
What the?
Oh my god.
You ever seen Monster House?
Yes.
yes.
When he like runs back and grabs a little Twinkie.
Every
Always
huge response.
Lava lamp. That's what it was. It reminded me of a lava lamp.
That curse.
That is like
That's fun. Just another one of my favorites.
That one would match it with one.
Then give me that one back.
yeah. After kind of feeling all of this, like the hot wind, he's gonna be like, just in case, I gotta pull out a potion, drink it.
Okay, that one kind of messed me up.
How
Alright,
how hurt are you guys now?
24. I'm at 64.
Huh?
64.
You know what?
Wait, just before you use any spells, let me just check if I have anything.
Potion. Given what he said from the previous one, with the whole entire, you guys have been venturing for a little while.
I got a potion of greater healing, so I'll just use that. So that way you don't have to use up any of your spells right now.
Two more what? Two more triangles? Here.
19.
Uh,
27 plus 8, 35 is a good heal.
14 back up to 78.
Oh my god.
My stomach's all rough right now.
I'm good.
Thank you. One time you do offer, and I'm saying no. Like, I love these. You know what I like doing even better? Putting a little salt on them.
Salt? They're
Yeah,
pretzel.
put a little salt on top of them.
They're already
I think
pretzel.
maybe-
They don't come with enough salt.
I could like move this right in front of the camera so everybody could just see his face looking at.
Alright,
Here,
so
he's not black.
So if any of you got something else like that, that might be a little bit helpful, so I don't have to use up anything. In case you know.
You know what's funny? He's also 21 years old.
No, he's not.
He's 20 when
You're lying.
When Luffy first meets Blackbeard, he's 20 years old.
This dude was, oh my god, ugly. Let me see.
So he's like maybe 24, 25.
What are you guys doing about this tunnel?
Well, considering I see it,
I was waiting for them to heal.
I might need a little bit more.
There it is.
Wash.
I'm gonna go ahead and go up to them.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Rodney.
Holding my foot.
Two D8s, right?
Mhm.
If it's yeah. D8s. That's funny.
It's like straight up ones, isn't it?
No. You get 8 points of healing. You gain. I rolled the 3.
8 points.
I rolled a 2 and a 1.
Oh wait, I do have that. I gain an extra 2 from each thing. So
I can't heal.
yeah, due to like my
Okay.
feats, I actually gain 2 for each time I get healed. So
I'm leaving. Matt is here.
okay.
Blue shirt. He'll be running the store and locking up. So if you need anything, see him.
All right. Have a good night, Joe.
Bye.
Everybody's healed up.
Up?
Thanks, Zoe.
There's something really weird about
You're
One
okay.
Piece this time.
The ground's too hot over there.
She just looks up at for
I said ground.
Yeah. See the image?
Yeah.
Oh, she's just gonna look at you
When
after
he's
you said that
eating
the
the
ground is
food,
too
yeah.
hot,
He's still trying to keep like
Yeah.
a big smile, just like
and she looks at her like her paws, a little confused, and it just like lifts her paw. She's like,
I mean, can't you like not feel the heat
But here's the
anyways?
funny part about it. They say he's
True.
38.
Yeah. So you're probably standing right in it. You probably don't even know it. I don't know then.
"You'll be
I buy
fine."
that
and
more
she
than I
just,
buy
like,
the other
pats your
one.
head.
It's like just like deep in his head, just like
Wait, but does he actually?
Tora's just kind of like looking at Rodney.
oh, that was in his head.
Oh, I was in his head, but yeah,
It's
no,
just
she,
like
she had patted him.
You okay there, buddy?
I'm okay. Yeah.
You seem to be okay.
Inside joke.
Oh,
Nobody look at me.
how strong their walls look actually.
Solid stone.
Okay. And then the from where the tunnel is, you said that there is a side where spikes are sticking out of.
Mhm.
How far out are they sticking out?
So like
Roll 20.
when I see sticking out, like
Mhm.
there's the surface of the wall.
Okay.
Where before it was just kind of like this smooth over stone. Now that you're seeing through the illusion itself, you can see that they're like just kind of in the holes, like all of the wall
Mm.
itself. And anybody seemingly that gets close to that area, these spikes will come out.
Oh.
She's the only one, or he's the only one that saw how far out they actually like would shoot out. So
Okay.
So,
you don't know
Mhm.
how long these things are currently, or like, you know, what set them off exactly.
Tora's kind of like looking at the wall. Hey, Rodney, there's a small child in the house.
After all that convincing, now you want me to go over there. You know what? Where are those spike walls that you were talking about?
Right over there.
I'm just gonna grab a
Nothing.
fistful of ball bearings. I don't see shit, but I'm gonna throw it to see if anything happens.
Oh Lord.
So you throw it. It's just a bunch of little balls. So you throw the ball bearings, and you see as they hit. I got 1,000. They hit the house, and they seemingly roll off of the different pieces that have broken off the house, clattering onto the floor, and you can even hear the.
What do we see?
What you guys see is he throws it, it smacks against the wall, and then hits the floor, or some of it lands into the lava pit and just like melts away. Anything that survived and bounced off the wall rolls onto the other side and goes down the tunnel.
So nothing.
Does it sizzle when they hit the ground? What I'm seeing? No.
Damn it, Ron.
I don't know, guys. I'm still seeing a house, and grass, and fire, and hearing screams.
Oh, God.
So if it's true what you guys are seeing, because right now it's 3 out of 4 of us that's saying the same thing. So can I see if I can snap out of this? I don't know. You try another intelligence check.
Smack.
Snap out of it!
This time, just do a regular one with no advantage, seeing as you've already been trying to be convincing.
Yeah.
You're not getting any more evidence to kind of deter you.
Natural
from this.
20.
He's like, I got this.
He literally went. Staring at the house. You're interacting with them, right? And you're just like expressing. I don't see what you're seeing. There could be people in there, right? And all of a sudden, like this marble like rolls
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I just
over,
focused
and
on
like
not
you
wanting it.
step and you kick it, and you look, you see it bounce, and it goes into the fire, and then the fire turns into magma, and the house disappears, and you see the marble just disappear.
Huh.
And now
Well,
you're
come on,
just
guys. We
back
gotta
in
keep on going.
Wow.
Wow.
There's
We gotta get
spikes.
Zoe over there.
He's gonna grab them.
I would see it now, right?
Yeah, you see this. You see the spikes
I
laying
see
in
the
wake inside of the
spikes.
wall.
They're about 5 feet out, I think.
Oh my god.
They're currently retracted into the wall. Again, you're the only one that saw this, but you saw that they shoot out about 10 feet into the hallway. So it takes up like half the hallway when they come out.
And he's just gonna like grab his bag and just like see if there's anything. All you see is just so many gold, stolen rings, necklaces,
Kind of like
the fish, and like apples.
Tora kind of like slowly
Both.
turns, hearing all of this stuff coming out of her.
Well, he's not tossing it away. Like
I know, but like he's hearing
He's
the
hearing like
rustling.
the
and
rustling and the
No,
noise.
like there's like a ruby in it. Stares at it.
Terry.
Yes.
That ruby.
What about it?
Wasn't that from the
A hard wind
previous-
blows down the passage.
previous woman's house?
I'm just gonna stand behind Zoe since I know
No.
she can't take heat damage.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's,
I don't
that's,
blame him.
I mean, that's fine.
Eris kind of like pulls off of your shoulder and like kind of stands there, leaps off, and just jumps into the fire
Standard equipment.
and just treks across the fire. Quick question. And then just
Would
stands on the other
deflect
side.
missile work on these
Go
spikes?
poke that. Go poke the
Deflect
spike
attack would be.
if you're over there. Go set those off.
He like kind of like walks towards that side and kind of sniffs around. Make an investigation check for him. Just roll the die.
Roll the
I'm
ball.
doing like a +3 to his investigation.
Okay. 18 with that +3.
So he's like looking around and he's just like, the fire's definitely real. Tastes real.
I wasn't talking
I just
about-
don't know what's going on with these spikes.
You do know you can float, right?
Fucking hell, I just remembered.
Levitates. Just stares at the spikes.
Handle
Poke it.
set of narrow bladed.
They're not coming out. I think I'd be dead by now, right?
But you can still like check and feel around. see,
Eris,
making
you're
sure
made
that
of
trap-
fire.
trap-
You
trap-
wouldn't die again.
This is made of metal. They can stab me.
Eris, you're made of fire.
How far do they stick out when they come out?
You don't know.
I was asking them.
Only one person knows.
Eris, do you see any like piece of rock or rubble that's sticking out weirdly?
Like he like drops down and sticks his head in the lava and just like looks around. But when he pops his head out, little bits of molten, fire rushing off of his head.
I'm
He's
gonna.
like, I don't see anything.
Don't you have a tiger?
It's so weird though. It's not even like it runs anywhere. It's going like straight through the wall. Goes over the wall. It's
There's a
magical.
spirit that's like in the hive.
Yeah, don't you have a tiger that can just
Oh.
run through this?
Where how the spikes are positioned? Tora's just kind of like go as far as he can to the right side where the spikes are. Just
You're gonna walk through the right side?
Yeah.
Okay.
away from where the spikes are now.
But you're gonna walk, or are you okay?
So
The
where the
spikes
spikes
are
are
coming
here,
It's on the right side.
they're on the right
They're on
side.
the right side
Okay,
of the tunnel.
okay.
So
Wherever
if
the
you're
spikes
facing
are.
this way, they're on the right side of the tunnel. So
Then I'm moving on the left side
Okay.
as far as I can from the spikes
Okay.
to just kind of like shimmy across. Even if there's like a wall, he's gonna like do this.
you'd have to leap 20 feet over the lava pit, or run across the wall itself,
Okay.
or float over the fire.
Okay, run across the wall.
Okay. You will go ahead and do that. You're a monk, so that's
Yeah.
part of your movement.
Okay.
You run across, and as you run across, the spikes come out for like a second, and then just slowly retract, as they only came out 10 feet, halfway towards you. So you finish, and you come out on the other side. Eris is there with you, and they're like, "That was impressive. The little guy can do it too. Come on."
Is that through the lava?
He ran across the wall.
Oh, okay. What about Terry?
Zoe looks at Terry. Do you think you can run across that wall?
I don't think he's a monk.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
They can,
They have
especially like with the
beeline,
claws.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Wait, but that just adds speed to them, right?
No, it gives them an unarmed attack, but I think it also gives them a climbing speed.
That's why we're doing research. I was about to say blink, sir. Blink.
Eyes crossed.
You have a climbing speed. She can cat
You
crawl.
have to.
No, that is your movement speed.
He's just gonna like look at Zoe. He's gonna be like, just cracks his fingers and starts running and does the little like with like both hands.
How far did you get?
It was 20 feet.
20 feet. So he ran across the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just
I
gonna.
was just curious if like anything came out from the other side. It might just be going.
No, it's
No.
Okay.
And he's just gonna land, just turn around, boom, and just crushes his ear. Oh my
All right, I guess
Look
we're
at
covered.
you using your
And Hugh,
claws.
well, I guess the ground swallowed him.
kind of like goes backward the whole.
But we'll
like,
probably find him again.
Yeah.
What? Oh yeah, Hugh did. Where did you go?
I don't know. The ground swallowed him.
What do you mean? Are you okay?
I just saw.
Do you still see a house?
They're still on this. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep
And
going.
Zoe's just
Sarah.
here like, oh, how'd you miss him?
Miss who?
Oh, yo.
Unbuttons one button.
Slowly as the adventure's been going, you see like he kind of. And he shows off more of a chiseled chest. Like for a halfling, he just appears to be jacked.
Like when you come over, Tor kind of like leans over. I got charcoal on the chest here. So here.
What are you talking about?
There's nothing missing.
There's a bunch of chest here.
Oh, they all got their cross, right?
Look, my, that's a lot.
Right.
That's a
I
lot.
think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Do me a favor. Everyone make a Constitution save.
Wow, there's a little plane. Puts paper on it.
What is your constitution?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use a block point.
Oh. Three. I hate it here.
I rolled a 10. I'm trying to see if there's anything here that can like sort of help. The thing is, you're immune. So it
Oh,
doesn't matter. So I'll stay behind her so that she can take the full blast.
The true test here is how far are you willing to take your friends?
Jesus.
27
27 will pass. Correct.
knots.
So basically, you're hiding behind her, and you're just like really close to her tail.
24 just saved, so you will take
So she
half.
just
The total damage is 54 points of fire damage, blowing down the passage.
would I get that if I'm standing behind Zoe
And
closely?
when the large
Like
gust
really close.
kind of like blows through, this time you notice the fire effect just kind of ripple through the air. Again, almost as if there's gas in the air itself. It just ignites all of a sudden. Some of you even kind of like breathe in and kind of feel that heat burn your chest.
What if I'm close to Zoe?
He's literally so close.
That's all good. You can be.
How much is it?
Let me not take it there.
How much is this?
How much is it?
How much is it?
Finner just
You
like,
said
the ring's
51
stalling.
points of damage, right?
Huh?
You said 51 points of damage?
54 points of
54
damage.
points of
Half
damage.
if you saved with a 24 or higher.
I'm at 6.
I'm hurting again.
54.
Zoe looks at Rodney. Are you okay?
Not really.
You think you should go back?
Bye. Bye.
How far is it again? Because up to 15 feet.
Yeah.
So how far is that?
Well, the
Yeah.
opening.
Mhm.
Good distance. I think
So
now
20.
like 60 feet now. We went downstairs.
No, I meant like from where you're at to where.
Oh, it's 20 feet. Yeah, the full magnet. You have your cloak on. You can just levitate across.
Oh yeah, hello. But the thing is the fact that I want to take him with me.
He already ran across.
No, he was apparently behind Zoe.
Wait, still talking about cross time.
Yes.
Yeah, we crossed it.
And why were you saying you were behind
We were on
me?
the other side. Well, these are cool.
She wasn't yet.
Oh,
She
I'm
said
so
Eris
confused.
over there.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, no, Zoe's just gonna float across. That's all she's gonna do.
Whips out the inner tube.
Yeah, I just ran across the wall.
Does your guy have a mustache? You know, guess who?
It's not this game, but yeah.
Love it.
Oh, it is? No, it's Rubicon. And pick your pieces and put them on this side. Where's Rose?
I already freaking knew what you were about to say.
Yeah, that's it.
Here.
Rose! Yeah, Ronnie's hurt. He's at 36.
There he is.
17. Yeah, 17.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Gotta get the fuck out of here. Where'd the road go? I mean, I could spend key points to heal me, but then I also still have
like
more
that.
regular.
Oh.
I know what you
I was thinking the road.
I can see healing
I mean, there's
potions,
this
can't
one.
I? Yeah. Chugging healing potions at this point.
That one.
There you go. I was about to say it could have been this one.
This one.
Try chugging healing points. until I get
Sorry
back
about
up
that.
again. You're good.
I'm sorry. I just. Okay, this one.
Is it makes her float in there somewhere? Oh my god.
Well, I mean, that's what you've been doing every single time you do your arm.
I thought that was like a tiny little like ear.
Hey, did you check this out?
Read that thing! Ronnie's just chugging healing potions right now.
What is up,
Okay,
guys?
so you guys all make it across the lava pit. When you all kind of like look back, you see the lava pit kind of like continuing. The spikes were slowly receding into the wall after the last person runs across. Rodney, as the group kind of like turns to kind of continue down the passage, you start to hear the screams again. Rodney! Rodney!
Did
you choose to look back?
Zoe's shell is just moving.
Looking back or moving on? Keep going. It sounds like Johnny,
You're cruel.
and then the
You're cruel. He's the only one that hears that.
there's like one tear.
Zoe's like glances at you. Are you
Slowly,
alright?
like the sound of the magma slowly goes away, turns into a distant echo, and then all you hear is your footsteps and heavy breathing as you continue down the dark passage, which has only gotten darker now.
So Zoe's leading.
Mhm.
You would be behind Zoe, I'm assuming.
Mhm.
Are you behind or in front of me? Okay.
Is this you?
Yeah.
Somewhere. Actually.
If we're walking kind of like side by side, the hallway's big enough to walk side by side, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like kind of
Yeah,
walking
on the
there,
edge.
but walking side by
Right
side like
Yeah.
that. Kind of seeing Rodney a little distraught, or at least from something I guess like he's hearing. Toro's gonna like put his hand on your shoulder, Rodney. Okay.
What?
You okay?
Fine.
I got caught up in the illusions a minute ago too. Remember what I said before we came in here? Whatever it is, whatever the sounds are, whatever the noises are, they're not real. Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of like pat him on the shoulder there.
So you guys continue down this passage. No sounds for quite some time. Thankfully, Zoe, being in the lead, gives off that radiant energy to kind of give you guys some light in the darkness. There's still a sense of like hysteria kind of kicking in as you are in a dark, quiet place. Naturally, you start to kind of distantly hear things that aren't, aren't there in front of you. So like every once in a while, you hear like a voice in the distance, or almost like somebody rushes up behind you. There's that uneasy feeling in the air that you're not alone in this passage currently. Zoe, you're at the lead, right? You can kind of see down at the very end of the tunnel, right? That there's like a little light, and that little light is essentially this large white chapel, almost like a place of worship, right? And as you guys continue to get closer, you slowly start to see that there's people amassed outside of it, kind of surrounding this place. They're carrying pitchforks and weapons, and they're screaming and yelling at the church. And you can kind of make out that boy from before, maybe a little bit older, kind of peering out the window on the top floor, and he's like shouting out, but you can't make out what he's saying at this distance. The crowd of people are all shouting and saying, he's been a plague on our lands for years, decades. He is the one who burned that village long ago. He needs to find his reckoning. Him and his god will suffer. And like they're all just kind of saying a bunch of things in protest against this boy. Do you continue forward?
Yeah.
Okay.
We all hear this, right?
Yes, all of you are starting. Like the closer you get, the more that you're seeing, and the closer you guys get, the more all of you start to kind of hear this mob.
How much of this is pertaining to maybe the images I looked at?
When you hear some of the people talking, some of them are saying that he's a false god worshiper. He thinks himself a god even. Magic does not make you a god. And like they're in this like heated discussions amongst themselves. Some of the people in the crowd even break out in fights and arguments about like what's right and wrong here. And you can tell that there's some people that are in protest against like what's happening currently because they're planning to hang the boy. But as you guys get close to this section, you see that there's a large crowd of people leading all the way up there. The tunnel itself is not like there anymore, but your back of the minds know you have to still be in the tunnel, right? So what you're seeing in front of you becomes very real all of a sudden. Large, big really large field of grass, bunch of people standing outside, pitchforks in hand, all of them just real angry and in protest.
Tor kind of reaches back and he pulls out of the back of a torch, and he's gonna cast elementalism on it and like light it on fire, a little bit, kind of trying to match the crowd just in case.
Okay. Some of them kind of look in your direction, but it's almost like they see through you guys. Where do you move your piece to? Are you moving ahead?
Are they?
You guys are essentially at the back of the crowd right now.
Brownie moves where Zoe moves. No, the thing is, since we started traveling down this tunnel, he's essentially been working as your bodyguard.
Maybe. You return the favor.
Oh.
And they all kissed. Well,
Oh my god. Oh.
next group of adventurers comes to the tunnel. What the fuck? What the fuck did we miss?
I'm gonna move up actually about half my speed. Which is probably
Can you show me like on the board? Go 1,
yeah, that's what
2.
Yeah, he's about to.
one.
Stop. Okay, go ahead. Stop. Right there. So you step forward. Anybody else stepping with him?
How far is actually from where we're at now to where that church is?
$70 to 80 feet away.
I'm gonna go ahead and move up by him.
Turn, run, he falls.
Now,
Not sure if it'll work though. Like Ronnie will put on like his hoodie and
Okay.
suddenly to go invisible.
So Zoe and Tora.
Mhm.
I need you all to make
okay.
dexterity saving throws.
My quarterstaff still.
We finished each other's sentence. We're best friends.
No.
What was the?
No, it's finish each other's sandwiches.
Give me a second.
What was the roll again?
Dexterity saves.
Thank you. No
21.
fucking way. Nat 20.
So you fail this roll,
What's the symbol?
and then you pass, obviously.
What's the symbol on it?
The dragon. Vigil's Fort, give that back.
That's going to be 44 points of fire damage. And you take none.
Yeah.
You're going to take half of that, so that's 22 points of fire damage. You said you got a 21, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's only getting harder.
Jesus.
Real quick before you go, we can even take a break here if you guys want. When you guys step to right around there, you're kind of like maybe pushing through the crowd. And the crowd itself, when you guys like touch shoulders with some of them, they feel very real. And some of them even like react like, hey, oh, where'd they come from? Who are they? And before anything can happen, this harsh gust blows out from the church itself. All the torches kind of like go out on everyone in the crowd except for yours. And you're kind of standing there watching, and all of a sudden the guy in front of you just explodes into fire. And when he explodes from this, you take the splash damage from this. Holy shit! You notice that at the house itself, the window gets shattered, and the boy inside like flies out, and he seems to kind of deliver like a line to them that you guys cannot hear. But then he just like starts to create fire and starts throwing them into the crowd. Okay. All right, we're gonna take a short break there, and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back.
Waterfall.
Short break, and we're here.
It's actually pretty good.
So, you guys saw a large mob of people basically attacking what looks like a sorcerer of some kind who's casting fire, and some of the people before you suddenly combusted into fire and exploded before you under the heat and power of this powerful person. And as the crowd kind of like, some of the people disperse, others like kind of rally their weapons, and they like charge forth and start throwing them like javelins, and some of them are trying to get into the building. And
You did say that he did something. Also.
I deflected energy.
okay, so just like less damage.
Yeah, I basically deflected 26 points of damage.
Okay.
Having resistance, the 22 basically fizzles away.
Okay. All right, and then let's all roll initiative here.
15.
Ten.
6.
What'd you get?
7.
What'd you get?
15.
6. 6. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3.
Lost you.
That's okay. I love myself.
Do you?
Or innocent
Yeah.
soul.
I love myself.
The way you like base change from the smile to like
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
the.
All right.
So you're that side of locked.
Magical chickens.
So, you guys see, like the crowd of people. They all start to shoot arrows. They using their primitive weapons to try to like throw and take him down. Some of them like strike into him. It's like stab into his legs and stuff. He just like gets angry and it just combusts into flames. And then he just like shoots this harsh gust of fire over the crowd itself. Everybody make a dexterity save.
Wow. 17.
23.
So anything lower than a 24, you're going to take 50 points of damage. Anything higher than that, you take half.
Already down.
There's fire damage.
Mm-hmm. Did you heal before when everybody else was healing? Take some healing now when everybody was healing before.
You probably
So-
do.
Heal and then calculate damage.
Yeah.
Does still take damage?
No, it's fire damage.
Okay. She's just staring.
It's Did you like
You're away.
heal with the potion?
You're away.
Take an
Yes.
opportunity now to say that you did that before.
Yeah, I'll
Because
do that.
we need to be paying attention as to when these things happen, so that way you can all be in sync. So if you didn't heal before, everybody else was healing. So she's always going to go ahead and heal your character real quick,
Yep.
and then calculate the damage after that heal.
Do 8d4 for a superior potion. I'm gonna use that on one of your.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and begin the nerd level.
Because it looked like you were really, really, really low.
Yeah.
So roll 8d4. Those guys.
There's
So
12
28.
plus
Mm-hmm.
17 points of healing from my side.
I'll spend a key point to see if I can roll. So to roll against to see if I can succeed it.
17.
24. So,
No, that's just going to pass.
Okay.
So you take half of that.
I take that.
Okay. Yeah. Solid.
It literally bumped me up by 1. And then plus 8. Because that's a modifier to the potion. Heal.
I think I could see this season. Is it good?
Aren't you at 11?
Okay. Oh, definitely.
What do you
It's good
at
for the
right
first season. The
I
first one
haven't-
sets
What
the
are you at
standard,
right
Yeah.
but for like a sequel, it
No,
hits in a way
prior
that's
to
different.
Yeah. So it hit as a sequel.
Yeah.
Switch.
Yeah, it's really good. But they do cut it off like at 7 episodes rather than
That's because they have another
So
season. coming
17,
with it,
and then
so-
it's a wrap up. That's it.
Yeah.
All I know about that season is about the legendary Thanos.
He's the best character.
That's what I-
He's
minus
such a wild card.
Welcome to the Thanos world.
What up, my brother? Welcome to the Thanos world.
You're all set?
fucking angry, man.
You're at 20? 27?
Oh,
Okay. We're
I'm
good.
so happy to see you, bro.
Oh my god!
That's literally how it is.
I had a feeling.
The
Alright,
little life
where's
scenes of
that?
that show.
Okay, so after calculating damage, harsh gusts of wind blows. Some people get blown away. Some of them catch fire, like grabbing at their faces, and the crowd just is in complete chaos right now. And from there, we go over to Tora. Tora, what do you do from here?
kind of like after like taking that and then looking around, seeing how many people are injured, looking back at the group. Terry looks like a crispy cat right now. Oh no, the return of crispy cat. Oh no,
Ira.
the return of crispy cat.
So much.
Wait, did you go down?
No. We left
No, it's just the fact that like when I had them do their boss fight against like a dragon thing, it looked at Ira and was like, "Oh, you're just laying there," and like laser beamed, and it just crisped everything.
Yeah.
And she just got hurt, like just it almost like ended her. She was like burnt fur and everything, and it's just like the return of crispy
Yeah.
cat.
like tiny bits of fur here and there.
Kind of like looking back and seeing you. Oh crap! Gonna reach out
You
and I'm
should
gonna
say
cast
like
Cure Wounds on you.
There's your other healing.
Can we tell if these people are real or not?
So
Yeah.
he did say that they did feel real.
They feel real.
but they don't really
We-
like.
if you're trying to discern if they're actually there, you ought to make an
Heal
intelligence
19,
check.
19 more points. I
you
was
can
about
do
to say
that, like,
19
when it's
more
not your turn.
points.
Yeah, you can make it.
Oh, oh shit! Ignore Maya. Ignore me. Intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Find a place, take cover,
Get
try to
the-
be safe.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, yeah.
7.
Sorry.
Intelligence or investigation?
Let me see.
That's fire.
Looking at you, Tora's gonna be like, whatever
This
it
thing.
is, it's that person in the sky.
24.
Try to target them from range.
You seem to be convinced that this is pretty real.
Holy shit, they got lit up!
Seeing like everything and after telling Terrestrius, after peeling a bit, looking up at person in the sky, I'm gonna run and then
Go ahead and move your piece.
God.
Yep, I had a feeling.
Make a dexterity saving throw. Oh, nice.
Anytime a DM says, we need more dice.
Oh my god, I had some really pretty dice for sale. I'm sad because I couldn't get one. They're like nebula.
25.
I mean, there's two boxes of them, so yeah.
So what was your dex save?
25 because I still got guidance on.
All right. You said 25?
Yeah.
You passed.
That's a lot of dice I just
agree. It's Amy's time.
Cold.
So that's going to be 47 points of fire damage, halved.
47.
So take half of 47. That's 23 points of fire damage. So you start to kind of move forward, right? Push through a crowd of people, and when you like kind of push some guys aside, this like gust of wind builds up around the group of people, and then you just see it like catch fire and just rush through in front of you. Yeah. And like the guys that are standing in the squares before you, they just all catch fire all of a sudden, and like they're like grabbing at their faces as they completely melt immediately. Where do you move from there?
That's crazy.
Let's see if I can do something. Monks are weird. Let's see what you got.
What's she doing?
I forget what it's called.
Oh. Chicken jockey. You know what's weird? I want to go see that movie again.
Which one?
Minecraft.
Oh,
I actually had a lot of fun.
I actually want to go see it.
It's pretty good. Like it's absolute brain rot, but it's just fun. Well, like I kind of want to see it just for that.
Yeah.
Oh, but the reason why I was laughing earlier is because this is what popped up on my no, not that.
Oh,
The group message in my that this word I'm in. This is what threw me off.
to test something.
Yeah, that's why I
To
was
test something, he's gonna like charge like a small ball of fire in his hand. And it's gonna turn into, rather than fire, like light. And he's gonna shoot it at the person in the sky.
So you shoot it off in that direction.
Yeah.
They're like so into what they're doing that they're like don't even mind this light. They don't seem to be bothered.
Does it hit him?
Doesn't seem to do anything when it hits them. Is it supposed to?
Yes, it's attack.
Like it seemingly just absorbs into him.
Okay, so it's an illusion.
or
Like if
Maybe.
so, remember how I said he
nothing
got
related
hit
to
by
fire.
like an arrow?
Yeah.
And like, it just burned away. Now he's seen like a couple of projectiles come his way, and now every time like they come toward him, they just catch fire, and there's nothing that's like getting through his
Fire.
fire.
This
Fire's not going to damage him.
This is not fire. This is radiant damage.
Yeah, it seemingly just absorbs into him. He doesn't seem to mind it. Hold on.
Is there something like every 5 feet along
I think
the
so.
So you've moved 5, 10, 15. Keep going.
This is 10,
Yep, 10,
15.
20. Okay, hold on.
It says 25. 5.
I mean, from the spot where he already triggered something from.
Okay.
Okay, you're good for now. Mm-hmm. Okay, stop.
Jesus.
So it's every 10 feet.
30.
Yeah, another one. Make a dexterity save.
This one is 26.
So you pass.
45 points of fire damage, and then you take half of that, and then another half for your ability.
So I'm at 30.
Moving again.
35.
Oh, I thought you meant your health. Make another deck save.
Stop moving.
And he's trying to get as far as he can to see what happens.
Another 26.
You can still teleport.
I can misty step and then fire teleport.
It's gonna be 47 points total.
Fire and teleport is up to 15 feet. And of course, misty step is 30 feet for me.
Misty steps by yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
40.
Mm-hmm.
45.
Okay. You
Okay.
going right there? No? Or did you go right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Another deck save right there.
What happens
Are we
when you
marking these?
zigzag?
I have them marked.
He has them marked. I'm literally like, what the heck's happening?
It's another 26. I'm rolling. I have guidance on, and I'm rolling 13s and 14s plus 9. And my guidance has been 3 and 4.
Pretty good.
29 points of fire damage.
That's not-
So you're making your way through this crowd, and little by little, flames splashing through the crowd, absolutely obliterating people, and you're like, managing to kind of get through this crowd right now.
Like he's running, he's like rolling, ducking,
Mhm.
flipping, like all bunch of maneuvers all the way through this stuff.
Yep.
Can you do that?
And then,
40,
mm-hmm.
45.
You stepped on. Another deck save, please.
That's 55, actually.
Yeah, that is 55.
Is 55?
But you already did 40.
So 5, 10,
Because
20, 25, 35, 40, 45, 50.
50. Okay.
55.
Never mind.
Okay, so no more for you.
You don't have to roll now.
So crowds, people on the ground, grabbing at their flesh, some people trying to pull them out of the way as the wrath of this child is just being unleashed upon them.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Let's go. I'm gonna step of the wind. I'm gonna gain another 55 feet of movement.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
He's going to clear all the traps for us.
5.
Jesus.
Okay.
Christ.
He's zigzagging. He's zigzagging. I mean, at least he's being honest, and he repeated what he did before, so that's going to be another deck save.
Oh no, I went forward 1
Uh-huh.
and then died.
Yeah, because it was right here when
it was
you
right here where that.
when you
Okay.
did that.
Then if you're doing that, you should be a little metagaming there, but it's okay.
I'm sorry.
I'll let you pass. You reach that spot. What you see, the crowd of people, suffering, fire exploding everywhere, right? The wrath of this kid he's building up more energy. You step forward, and suddenly you're in a forge. All by yourself. You can hear the clank, clink, 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 clink. People working nearby. And none of your friends in sight. Go ahead and move your piece off the board over there. Next on the roster, Rodney.
Okay.
Also,
Oh.
no, we said that was a bonus action. Potion, or is there a free potion I can do this turn?
Did you use a bonus action?
I used my step of 1 for a key point bonus action for that.
Then yeah, you'd have to wait till another round.
So we don't see him now, do we?
No.
You guys watched as he ran forward. A blast of fire just occurred, and then he vanished after that fire dissipated. Eris is like, he's dead! Oh no! I liked him. What was his name again?
Oh god.
Okay, one.
If anything, I'll still take the damage from that one trap.
Oh my god.
One. How would you like somebody if you don't remember their name?
Well, I remember faces mostly, so I liked his face, and he seemed really nice.
His name was Toro.
You're worried about this, and he just died!
Do I hear them?
Nope.
No.
On your end, you just see this very large forge with different spots for people to work from. You can see outside they have these windows. A very old school barn, very rustic. And, a lot of the people working there are just either human or dwarvish. There doesn't seem to be any other races in the immediate site. But we'll get to you in just a moment. The point is, you don't see what was going on before. So Rodney, your turn. What are you doing?
While you're hearing literally Eris
Monk powers
screaming
activate. Monk powers activate. Monk powers activate.
Zoe's literally trying to make Eris stop screaming in her ear.
But you heard me on that, right?
No.
Happy?
Mhm.
I'll take the fire damage from the other one.
You're good. I'm just clearing up the ones that you already hit. So.
Oh no. I remember nothing.
You're just gonna be like, why'd you put this in my pocket? Why you gotta put random snacks in my pockets?
Because. I'm sorry, but I love how you just made Eris do
There's a flurry of blows.
I can't wait till I die.
7 to 1.
I'm trying to see if I can heal myself. 'Cause if I can use flurry of blows, then I can use hand of healing on myself without spending key points.
Blade of Mercy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You just start beating the shit.
Just trying to see how flurry of blows for versus. I'm not sure if that's
I haven't
a key
been touched by a
point
woman in
factor.
many years.
He just pulls out a cat of nine tails.
I don't think I heard you.
Lavatar, love.
Oh, I would have to attack first before I can use flurry of
Did you?
blows.
Did you hear what he said?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, at least it's not like the Leviathan. At least you're not very left.
We need to play.
We need to play Baldur's Gate 3 together now.
I have to download it.
Don't worry, I actually just recently downloaded it.
Shit, I have to delete something to make room for it.
That's what I had to
Call
do.
of Duty.
I already did.
Oh.
That's what I put Fortnite in for. Now I'm obsessed with Fortnite.
You didn't even play with us.
Huh?
You can play with us.
Baldur's Gate, you mean?
No, Fortnite. You didn't even tell us.
When you guys have time, just come play.
Boy,
I can't be up y'all asses all the time.
I would
I
rather.
mean, I like it.
I know,
should be up Thursday.
but I only swing the one way, man.
Wednesday, I work
I know,
morning,
I will.
morning Thursday, and then I'm off Friday.
Shit.
I work Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday this week.
For some
I
reason,
swear they include that
No,
mob
see,
in
for
Minecraft
me, if
now.
you want me to play a game,
I'm
you
gonna
have to
use
tell me, hey,
2
you
key
want to play?
points to use quick
Discord
healing
all the time.
first.
Do you have any idea how often I even look at Discord?
Maybe you look at Discord more often.
Dude, did I?
What's your martial arts stats?
Look,
Is it an 8 or is it a 10?
this is how many.
Or the quick,
Put me
quick
on the
healing.
top.
Yeah, isn't that
You actually
martial arts?
are.
Yeah.
Isn't
You
it your
are.
martial arts dice?
You should be, like, prime everybody else's trash.
One.
As an action, you spend 2
You
hit
never
points
get
to
as much
regain
love as you
1d8
get from
plus
me.
5 hit
Oh
points.
my.
That's all it says.
One. Everything that
That's
comes
weird.
out of the Discord that we're all in
Quick and do it.
is always you randomly saying, "Good morning."
Item number 1.
You like that?
Yeah, so it does make me happy because I at least see you.
Okay, so I'm not sure how much
But in
that's gonna get
life,
me necessarily.
If anything, if you want to play
Considering we don't know exactly where the traps are.
Mom's place.
Probably be doing.
Well,
CP,
understand that I
good
went down
for
this
wanna take
lane,
advantage.
Yeah.
and a lot of the traps hit me.
These are he works evenings.
Do we know
Monday
there's
evenings.
walls, or is it just
Monday,
open space to us?
You are acknowledging to yourself that there's definitely like walls, like there's structure here. But with the vision going on before you, it's like there is no walls.
But we know
You're back to wondering whether or not how much of this is actually real.
Can I spot any traps?
Make a intelligence or investigation check.
That's been going so great. One can only hope. 5.
These people keep screaming.
5.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, you don't see anything. All right. Well, I'm pretty sure we're still in the tunnel. So, I'm
gonna start running along the wall.
There's a wall.
I mean, I think so.
go ahead and move. Where are you going?
5, 10.
Okay, right there. Make a dex save.
Lay it down.
It's like he's trying to kill us.
Mm-hmm.
My 26 barely succeeded.
There's literally one person in your group that can just walk through all of this.
But I think it literally depends on how far she's willing to take us. Unless if she tells us to leave,
Oh,
she
yeah.
can.
That's true. But you guys didn't fucking. Y'all ignored me
When?
I said don't follow me.
When was that?
At the very beginning before we entered the cave.
Oh.
56
say that.
points of fire damage.
I rolled a 20.
So you fail. You take 56. You like leap up to start running along the wall when this guy like gathers
half of
his
56.
power.
That's half of it, yeah.
56, that'd be 20.
Mm-hmm.
And he channels just this huge wall of fire.
No, when on a failed dexterity save, I take half damage rather than full. And then when I succeed, instead of half, it's none.
Shh. Story time.
Sorry.
So the fire like blows over and smacks into you, and kind of like forces you to kind of like fall back down onto the spot.
I don't think anything would stop him from moving on the wall.
Oh shit, you're right. I forgot I had evasion too.
Actually, I don't think it was an evasion.
It is evasion. Evasion was when you're subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dex save. Saving throws, you take only damage. You fail. You take no damage if you succeed. So I gotta put myself back up to 112. Because technically I didn't take any of that damage.
Okay.
Actually, no, I
The
did
things
fail
we
one.
don't know. The things we don't remember.
I've not
I
played
don't
monks
know.
before.
Got here. What, I just dropped, you said?
Just falls right in front of Zoe.
You didn't pass the investigation, so to you, a hard gust of fire just blew at you.
And
So like it's causing you to like drop back down from the wall.
So he's just right in front of me.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, not sure if this would really mean anything, but I have the ring of freedom action or free action.
You
While
have the ring
wearing-
of freedom.
Yes. No, ring of free action. While you wear this ring, difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement. In addition, magic can neither reduce your speeds nor cause you to have the paralyzed or restrained condition. I think as a monk I can just stuff I can't remember.
So the fire would still be there, and what you guys see is Rodney running along.
Let me check make sure because I don't want to like go against the rules or something here.
You're good. Fuck it. We break the rules all the time. So you're literally running on a wall of fire. How many feet of movement do you have?
I've only
Two.
moved 10 so
So
far.
10.
So it's like here,
Uh-huh.
15,
Uh-huh.
20, 25, 30,
Mhm.
35,
Why are you so?
45, 50. He's running along the wall.
Oh, yeah.
So that's 50.
Okay, stop right there. Okay. And then you drop there, or
Dash, bonus action.
you just
Step
keep
of the
running?
wind.
So moving a full 100 feet. 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 100.
And you clear it.
Okay.
So
I keep on thinking, like, is there something?
Tor's like,
So you're running up, running along the wall, and then that wall of fire kind of like vanishes behind you, and then you're just like seemingly running off the chests of people that are just kind of standing there watching as you run by. Oh, look, it's just a wall! It's just a wall! And then like as you kind of reach the end, the Fire Lord like looks right at you, and then you just and
Tor's
you
like
appear
he's
right behind
standing
Tora.
there looking at like this forge thing like that.
And all
Ah, what?
Zoe hears is there, no!
And he doesn't hear any of this.
no,
It's okay, guys. You just.
oh shit.
I didn't even remember
his name.
So you
Why didn't you just run
remember
along the
his
wall? That would have
name,
been a lot
but
easier.
Not
There's a
the
wall.
one you really liked.
I'm assuming there was.
I like the.
I was running on people's chests, but I'm pretty sure it was a wall there. I don't know. At
I
this
forgot
point-
I could fly.
You could fly?
Yeah, I know.
Terry, it's your turn.
Crispy cat.
I do have a suggestion, but I don't want to medicate.
No, you are not here right now.
So you ran its chests?
I don't know what's reality and what's fake.
He just made sure to
Wait,
run
which one?
on their faces just in
Well, it
case.
was just, I didn't know if you were first or if I was first, so I didn't remember our initiative. No,
Yeah, you got
she
the
was
answers,
actually gonna
Crispy.
do teleport both
Are you a
of
little
you.
crispy?
You and her a little bit, and then you'll be able to do your shit. But because you go before me, I can't do that.
Yeah. So let's let them do their thing first.
So he ran like that.
Yeah. But you have claws, so I don't know how they would react to you clawing their face.
I mean, they can't be fair, right? It has to be fake.
You guys would have heard Ronnie the whole way down. Also, there's just a wall. It's just a wall. It's just a wall. There's no people. It's just a wall.
One of the illusions runs up. My name's Mike. I have a family. Please, I'll be back home. Explodes.
Sorry.
Either you can use them as like either you jump on one of them and just keep jumping.
He just likes to jump.
He doesn't have ADD. He just like the jump.
You're just gonna look. I feel like there's an or.
Or?
Like you're just like you're just saying that like you can like jump on it, like without the claws. I thought you're about to like say or you can do that.
Well, I've never really been around Texas before. Not in a long time, but I never been around whatever you are.
You're staring at the wall.
No, you-
He's short, she's tall.
yeah.
She just looks at
Just the
herself.
way I
Well,
like.
I mean, your pure fur. I would have been born like you if my family was that. But you know what? Just run on them. Just do something.
Okay,
Just
okay.
make sure don't use your claws. I feel like they might be real. And I really don't want to see anybody scratch her.
There's also like a wall of fire also,
He's
right?
like kind of like he has like his claws attract right like
Yeah.
before he said that, so you just see like his like pure white claws just like reattract. He runs and jumps.
Off the wall. Now, they don't have like a natural ability for this, or like.
No, they're climbing. They
Okay.
actually have a natural climbing speed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
to get through the wall of fire.
you're gonna run along this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a
We'll go
dexterity
that
or. No.
Wait, did you heal before?
So 5, 10.
She was at 26.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Is she good so far? Or-
So far, she's good.
Okay, you're good so
Oh,
far.
I don't have to.
Yeah.
No, you're
you're
good.
good.
You're good.
Which way?
So
are
you moved
which-
10 feet so far.
Are you on the wall?
Just
Yeah,
be
she's
careful.
full running on
Okay.
or like crawling across the wall basically.
Move 5, 10, 15. How much more movement you got? Third. Also,
You can double your movement speed whenever you feel like it.
also has a feline. There should be more speed, I think. Also,
I feel like since they're like also like climbing and stuff,
No, it's just
it's like pretty fast.
yeah, you have that.
no, there's a feline thing.
No, the
You're a
the
feline.
feline thing is the fact that they can just freely double their movement speed without using a bonus action.
Okay.
But they can only do that once per. Once you use the street, you can't use it again.
As a bonus.
So
That's
whenever
super
like
neat on the
each
one
like step that he like takes, it like sits out like a trap or something.
I don't know exactly right now. You have to make an investigation or intelligence check to discern if what's real and what's not.
Can I actually roll for that? To help?
When you're
How to do it?
As he's usually talking.
You don't even.
I feel like
have
I've
to
given
move
enough
You just need to
previous.
move
Actually,
forward.
yeah.
I was gonna say
No,
like,
for
he's-
the investigation, that's what she's
With
trying to roll.
feline agility, at the end of their turn, they can double their speed.
Hmm. So if she ends turn now, her next.
No, like if she can move
It's like
her
a
full
bonus.
movement.
No, she,
No,
she
I
can
know, but
no,
like-
she can double her speed, and then she can't gain this trait back until she moves 0 movement on the next turn. So basically,
Yeah,
she can move 60 feet right now.
Yeah.
But then that turn, she can move a 30.
but it's not a bonus; it's a special.
Yeah, no, there's no bonus action required or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
so
it's
that
just
means
a free thing.
Even if she gets to here and she doesn't make it, she can bonus action move the rest of the way.
Actually, if she does it, that's 100 point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could clear this if you wanted to, as long as
You don't land on a
yeah.
trap.
Doesn't
basically.
rogue? Don't rogue. You're a thief rogue. Level
Yeah.
15.
Don't they have like a sense for traps?
So maybe.
What'd you get?
I would. They're.
Wait,
Wait, oh, for the investigation?
Yeah, if you.
Yeah, you're rolling investigation to see if you see any of the traps, basically.
Oh, no, that's good.
Good shit.
Total? You do not seem to see anything out of the ordinary. And when you start running and you leap up, you're like kind of like clawing at this guy who's like, like, like grabbing at you and trying to push you off. But you like continue to kind of run along this crowd of people.
She's got evasion too.
nice. So you
So
want to
15,
15, 20, 25, 30.
right there.
What does evasion do?
Okay, keep going.
If she fails, she takes half damage.
okay.
If she succeeds, she takes no damage. Dex checks. Bless you.
Thank you.
45.
Stop right there. Make a dexterity saving throw there.
Okay. You take half that damage, by the way.
$44 points of fire damage.
You take 22.
And then make a. To kind of stay clinging to the wall. What would
Yeah,
that
so you
be?
take 22 because of evasion. What was that?
Stay like clinging to the wall.
Okay.
What would that be? Athletics.
Or athletics one is
Yeah, make an athletics check
Yeah.
to determine whether or not you stay attached.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics. And what I'll
Acrobatics.
do is I won't add the modifier for the difficulty, so you got to beat a 20.
16. So you'd be on the ground.
You basically just fall off this wall and you're
Would
just
she
like.
fall off?
Huh?
Would
Would
she
she
fall
fall
off?
off?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
loses, yeah.
she
She
loses
loses
after.
her,
So this guy, like he
her
assembles
balance,
more of this
basically.
fire. He does another blast of it. It kind of comes off on the right side, strikes into the wall of people that you have, causing you to kind of like drop down and look as they like catch fire.
So you still have some movement.
You still have like you could still clear this.
You're at 50 right now.
So you can keep going forward.
He's just gonna.
Keep going.
He's just gonna.
Bolt
Go
straight.
Yeah, he's just gonna go for it.
55.
You're gonna go straight.
Are you gonna go straight or are you
Go
gonna
straight or
go
zigzag?
zigzags?
Or try to get back on the wall.
Okay, so you're right here.
No, she was
I thought
right
you moved
there.
your-
No,
Yeah,
kind of
they
like-
fall right there.
Like go from side to side, like as he's running. So he's
Zigzag.
so
Yeah.
zigzag.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you watched as Tora moved, right? Hold on, I want her to make her choice here. So you remember watching Tora, right? Make a history check to see what you remember about their movements. You gotta be an 18. Okay, so you're going off of instinct here. You see that there's scorch marks kind of creating a path through here. You gotta just determine like what the safest path is right now.
You said you wanted to do zigzag originally.
So from there, where would you go?
You actually have to get on the side.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
That's 55. 6.
Going there?
And then from there you can do the dash.
Okay, so you did the zigzag over to this one?
Yeah.
And then step forward, okay. And then what's your next move?
65. 70. 75. 80. 85. 90.
Perfect. Oh, that's crazy.
Oh.
Where you ended up going to the path that you had already gone through.
Good shit. Good job.
So, run it straight through. You
Actually,
manage
just
to
walk
clear through. Suddenly, you appear within this this forge. Oh, hey, Sari.
So you need
He's like out of breath. He's like,
you're.
You look more messed up than me.
I think any longer we could probably eat you.
Why the
What?
fuck would
I'm
you?
sorry. No, it's just
Sorry.
the fire. Just they're crispy. And then you just
All she hears right now is just Eris screaming in her ear again. No! And like she's
Terry's dead. He's killing them. We can just turn back now. It'll be safer, right? We just gotta run along the walls like the other guys, and like Eris like hops off your shoulder and starts to trot back down the tunnel.
Okay, bye. And she just looks back.
Eris
to
is
that.
like staring into the pitch darkness ahead and just hears like you both hear like a and Eris like turns back around. I'm coming with you.
One, you're made of fire again.
Speaking of fire, you see the main antagonist. He's like gathered all his power. His whole body is now engulfed in flames, and he just like unleashes this massive wrath of fire that just consumes everyone before it. All of them try to flee in different directions as they all just get blasted into cinder. And as he just kind of like descends down and lands, he like collapses down on his knees and just takes in what he's done.
Zoe's gonna go ahead and just walk forward.
The grounds around you completely ablaze. You step on the embers and the remains of people who were still there. Some of them are like kind of clinging to life as their bodies in ash. And they just collapse and vanish into nothing. And the boy before you, or the young man now, is like seemingly fighting this struggle within him as you get closer and closer.
She's gonna, when she gets close to him, she's gonna kneel down. And she's gonna, like,
when you go to like touch him, he like backs away and like looks about and like gets on his feet. You see his hands like grow, glow fires again, and he's looking around. Where are you? I don't want this anymore! What have you done to me? Whatever this is has turned me into some kind of monster. They all hate me. I don't know what to do.
I never understood you.
He like kind of turns away and kind of runs off. And you see that the door to the church like swings open, and you can kind of see like this veiled like other side. The tunnel behind you kind of refocuses, and the vision breaks, and you're suddenly in the tunnel by yourself, leading to the singular door.
Eris,
Did we?
Yeah.
let's go.
Okay. Eris like leaps onto your shoulder and just becomes part of your uniform again. Just like his eyes are like kind of popping out. Just
I remember when you were alive, you were always afraid to go into that forest as well. And I didn't blame you. And I'm still sorry that you saw that happen. I didn't even know that I could actually control fire at that time. And I'm sorry that I scared you that time.
do you think there's other people like you here right now?
To be truthful, I wouldn't know. But if there were, we have to be prepared.
If the others did die?
I wouldn't believe that they're dead. We may have gotten separated. I feel that they might still be alive. And we have to hold on to that.
Tor pulls out a tea kit and starts making tea.
Oh.
Yes, what's up?
Eris starts to sniff the air. Do you smell that?
Other than the cinders and clay.
It smells like food.
I was like, we just hungry.
No. Like his head like kind of leans towards the doorway. It smells like food over there. There's only one way to go.
That is true, unless you want to head back towards the dark, creepy tunnel.
No.
And then get stuck in the
No.
magma.
No. Okay. If there's a chance for If there's a chance that our friends are still here, I guess it's up to us to find them. Hey, Zoe, if you ever start to lose control of yourself, what do I do?
If I ever lose control, make sure you find Pepper.
What's he gonna do? That limp
If
noodle.
you're ever able to leave this area, and I'm stuck here, find Fenrir and just be with him. Because I worry more for him than myself.
What if you both get stuck here though?
If we both get stuck here, then you're just gonna be a part of my slaves. You know that, right?
Shit. Talking mushrooms.
Oh, I just realized
Pocket
what you said.
mushrooms.
Shiitake mushrooms.
Yeah. Let's just go through the door.
Okay. I mean, if you want to push it open, you can. I'm pretty sure you're strong enough.
It's open.
I know.
It's already open.
She's teasing him.
Cookie?
She's gonna go ahead and walk in through the door.
Okay. You walk into the door. When you reach the other side, there seems to be a large feast going on outside of this real large farmland, right? To your left, you can see this forge that's set up there. There's weaponries hanging off the walls and the weapon racks. There's people enjoying drink and each other's company. There's long tables set up with food and full roasted pigs and fruits and everything of the liking is there, right? You notice that there's people dressed in festive colors. They have flowers kind of pinned to themselves. Women wearing coronets and going up to the kids and dancing with them and doing like these little rope dances and stuff like that. It seems like it's a peaceful festivity. As you're kind of taking in the environment, you notice off to the right, there's like this small home. Not really small. There's a home there, all in white, and you realize that it's the chapel from before, but it's been redesigned and reconfigured to be a house. And you see a woman dressed in all white. She also has a crown of flowers on her head, and she's kind of walking out with this platter of food. And at the end of one of the tables, you see that there's a man with a real big bushy beard, big and muscular. He seems to be wearing like these kind of overalls. His muscles exposed. He's nice and sweaty. Maybe he was working out in the field or something at one point. But he turns to her, and when you see his face, you realize that it was that young man, but much older. And like he takes the plate and like he leans in, he kisses her, and he lets her sit in his chair, and he like starts calling for people to kind of gather around, right? While this is happening, all of you can see that the people working in the forge seem to kind of be clearing up for the night, and they're like heading outside. And through the windows, you can see out there, and you can see Zoe standing there amongst the crowd of people. Oh, there's Zoe.
Looks like she made it. No. Gonna try and walk out with the guys from the forge.
Okay. So yeah, and when you guys come out, you see everything that I just described. Some of the people even kind of like notice you guys, and they're just like, "Hey, come on, have a drink, drink. Come on, enjoy it. Come on." And like every time they talk, there's like this echo to their voices, like they themselves are in a distant time.
Oh, maybe we actually died.
Oh shit!
This is the afterlife.
Enjoy a feast with us. It'll be delicious. Come on, after a long day's work.
You can sit.
Kid litter.
What?
Huh?
Because you're saying we probably died. He's like, I didn't.
I know, it's like,
You're having kitty litters.
even Tora's like, you were trying to get married.
Hey,
Hey, he's a thief,
Guy's
so he was just
dream.
trying to steal someone's heart.
Let's go.
Stunning strike.
Stunning strike
Just
back.
gonna stand there.
Both of us drop.
Saving throws.
He's just standing there like, really?
You assholes.
Oh, we actually doing this?
Oh my god, they're actually doing this.
I was just joking, but we okay. How's that working good? I'm on the wrong character sheet.
Darren's just like, yes! Not him, that's kids.
At the same time as I did it to him, I do it to you. How's that work again?
What's your DC?
DC.
I'm gonna do a reaction, I'm gonna get away from that.
That would be on the stunning strike thing, right?
Yeah.
16. What's yours? That'd be so stupid.
I'm
If we both somehow stun each other, that'd be so ridiculous.
Well, I was gonna say, do I have to roll for like a reaction?
You just
Mine's an 18.
You just
Okay.
step away.
Let's see.
Yeah, I just quickly.
Wait, did I have to roll anything?
No, it's just Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Why did I fucking roll?
Because you're making a saving throw. You're making a saving
Oh, okay. Wait, so what am I adding? Constitution?
throw. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah no because when you guys step through
What'd you
and
get?
you join this feast,
Mhm.
you're wearing matching clothes to what all the women are wearing, all white with the flowery brunettes.
Yeah.
The men are kind of dressed in like slacks or like farm wear. So like you would see Rodney dressed in like farmer's gear. Terry is also dressed in like a farmer's outfit, and then you as well are wearing like a farmer's gear.
Kind of like realizing.
A little straw.
When did I change clothes?
When did you change clothes? When did I change clothes?
I don't know when you change clothes.
That's your usual outfit.
No, I'm wearing robes usually.
Why do I have straw hat? I don't like straw hat. It's itchy.
Just takes the street.
Hey, Zoe.
Do we still have our gear with us?
Hmm?
Do we still have our gear with us?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, like you're conscious of it.
So,
Like you're
basically-
feeling it
But
on
it
your
looks-
person.
But your
But
appearance just looks
Your
like
appearance
what
is like
Oh,
you
okay,
you
okay.
match the crowd of
Yeah.
people right now, and you see the guy, the man, at the end of the table. His wife sitting in his chair. He's like kind of like stands over her and he's like, "Everyone, come on! Everybody get together. This is a special moment."
Zoe's gonna go ahead and walk up towards the table.
And you kind of like all take a seat, and it's like, before we all partake of this lovely meal, thank you all for everything you've contributed.
Okay, I'm just throwing fire at us.
Go.
Many of us have come from different parts of the land and have found an opportunity here together. A chance to start anew, redemption for some. And we've all started to build a life. If you'd asked me years ago, I would have told you that this land itself wouldn't have been home to me. But I found a way to live with myself, to live for others. And because of it, I have my family. My friends have become my family. And he's like looking at all of you, and there's like maybe some people joking around at the end of the table. He just kind of disregards them. I just want you all to know that I appreciate all of you for being here for me, for my closest followers. Our faith in each other is what brought us here, and when ascension happens, I need you all to know that I'll never forget any of you. That the step I'm taking is to ensure that all of you have the life you deserve. the protection you deserve. Because this life we created is everything to me. Worth more than power. So enjoy yourselves. Enjoy each other. And let's eat. And he like sits down on like the armrest next to his wife, and like they kind of partake from the same plate together. And this afternoon setting, you all enjoy the feast together. The kids play and enjoy the sun as it, starts to descend. They set off fireworks at one point. And what you learn is that he's moved on from his past mistakes. And after being alone for the longest time, he found someone he loved. And it was through that love that he learned to forgive himself. And through that forgiveness, he was able to move on. And in time, more people traveling through and seeking refuge helped them, offering them. And they became family to them. Eventually, he started his own family. But eventually, the truth about himself didn't just go away. There was still a calling or a heavy need for him. And in the recent years, there have been forest fires destroying their surrounding home. So in order to take control of this, he chose to ascend to God, realizing that only he could do it if no one else would. So as that night progressed and everyone celebrated, what's everybody doing? You have new people playing music.
You can finish off the drink. I'm not really much of an alcohol drinker unless it's like sake or something.
Or just like sits there and looks at him for a second.
Well, Zoe's hearing like the music playing. She looks for like an open patch between like the people.
There would be like something like, the south of where the tables are standing, if you wanted to like find an open area. No one's there.
Mhm.
The main person, you guys came to know him as Rodin, and his wife was Anya. They're kind of seated in the same place, and they're like talking to other people that are there and enjoying their company. So Eris kind of like pulls away from you, lands on the ground. I don't understand. What is all this? Is this just his last day here? He doesn't even look sad. And looking at him, there's a big smile on his face, and his wife is looking up at him with admiration. And seems like that love is pretty pure between them.
You don't have to be sad when it's that time. You can be as happy as you can for the ones that you love. But if you're trying to protect them from something that they don't understand, you make a sacrifice for them to continue on.
Eris is kind of looking out. You can see like the trees in the surrounding area. Some of them burned to cinder. They're white ash. And he like tilts his head. So if there's no one to take that spot, it just falls to chaos.
Until someone takes them.
But nothing just happens.
For a reason.
But it doesn't just happen out of nowhere. Someone must be doing it. Maybe there's just another god right now that's just maybe evil, and they just want him to take that spot.
Maybe they're trying to trick him. What if this is? They're just trying to take him away from what he has.
Let's not worry about what happens now. We
Yeah.
just look ahead.
You're supposed to take that spot.
Listening to this?
I don't know. Did you guys decide to go over there with him?
I was gonna say, would being a person who's kind of bonded with the elemental plane of fire, would Tora see him and recognize him, even if there was a celestial body of that person?
So, looking at Rodin, he doesn't seem celestial himself. He seems like a regular person.
Yeah.
He does give this aura about him as someone like maybe who's enlightened or elevated. You also notice that there is some. Whenever there's like a firework that goes off, you notice that there's kind of like this image in your mind that plays from those murals. And you remember that one of those murals was the communion of a bunch of people, all like in a circle together. But then you remember that they suddenly turned and were like killing each other. Right? You're looking at all these people and you see a lot of those smiling faces and cheerful things happening. Make a perception check.
26.
So yeah, you see just a lot of happy faces here, and sitting like a couple seats away from you, you do notice that there's this guy, bald head, and he seems like he's like field hardened, kind of guy. His hands are dirty, and he's like picking up the meat from his table with his bare hands, just like eating it and just kind of watching Rodin and his wife. And he just doesn't seem angry. He just seems like lost in thought while he's just watching.
Tora kind of looks around, seeing that he sees where Zoe is, right?
Mhm.
He's gonna get up. He's gonna walk over to where Zoe is. So you understand, right?
It was something that I knew. The heartbreaking thing is that I didn't really tell him. That is what happened one day.
Maybe it's not happening now, but it will in the future.
Unless I wanted. I remember being told, unless I was wrong, that I had a choice to continue on or to not.
I mean, you wouldn't be a bad choice for something like that, based on the murals and everything like that. I don't see it. It scares the hell out of me. But you're kind of peaceful in a motherly love kind of way.
Before my parents died, I remember my mother used to tell me to always be there for others, but to never hold pain or anger. To treat everyone with kindness and make sure that they're all safe. I promised her that I would. And that's what keeps me going. Just looking at those two in love with each other and how she admires him made me realize that I do love him. And I know he might not forgive himself if I do accept. If that ever comes down. Pretty sure he will never forgive himself and will try to find a way to find me.
If he's as hard-headed as Rodney,
Ronnie, honestly, listening in while invisible.
So while you guys
Seems like you've probably gone over the dead solid.
while you guys are talking, and Rodney, you're off by yourself. Terry, you're kind of enjoying the festivities, right?
Yeah, just like listening.
So you notice that there are some guys carrying these large chests
Oh no.
off towards this like kind of like
These
offside shelter. And the shelter has like glass kind of going along the top. And you can see that there's like a shining glint coming from inside.
Oh no.
And they carry the chest inside and like they're a half of the door when one of them like drops it and you see a bunch of jewels like spill out. And you can hear them saying, "Get all of it. It's tribute for the woman of the house, please. We gotta get it all in order."
He's gonna run over. Let me help.
They like stop and they like see you and they're just like, "Oh.
If you want any. I don't.
No. We got it, friend. Don't worry.
Okay.
You just stay out here, okay?"
Okay.
And they like start to go inside. And they close the door for a second. You hear some fumbling around, some shifting,
Is there still
and
someone
then like they like no, they clear it up. They come out the door and they see you and they're just like, "Let's go get a drink. Come on!" And they like walk right by you and they just continue back to the party.
I just see if they're like
Make an insight check.
thinking of That's funny.
So
Sorry.
you have the one guy who's just like,
Sorry.
"Well, let's come on, let's go get a drink." And like when he puts his hand on your shoulder, you instantly get this like
Icky feeling.
vibe off of him. And the other one like kind of looks at you. Say, never seen you around here before.
I'm a traveler. I go around places.
He like kind of he looks around. Do you work for him?
Yeah, I work there.
He like looks at the other guy.
You just haven't seen me around because I've been doing some errands for him.
Then you would have no problem repeating his words.
Make a luck check.
Yeah.
Squibbity dibbity.
And this is where we die.
Plus,
What is it? What is it?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No, nothing.
so you're just right, and they're just like, "Friend, I think you saw more than you really needed to see, huh?" And one of them seems to kind of draw a blade, and as he does this, Rodney, you're sitting there, invisible.
Listening to a private conversation.
No, like he was going over there and then like curious, like that's when he put it on. And then after hearing it, I will say he kind of just walked away for a moment, just to.
When you
Yes,
turn
you know,
to walk away, you feel this hot glow, and when you look, you see that it's Johnny standing before you, his face completely burned, and his body on fire. And he says, "Wake up! Wake up!" And as he goes to do this, you see that Anya is headed towards the house. When the door opens to the front of the house and a man wearing black and silvered armor steps out and runs a blade through her stomach. And as he turns her around, he puts the blade to her neck and he looks at Rodin and he says, "You knew this day would come, didn't you?" And he slices her throat open. Pushing her body down, you see that the house suddenly explodes with fire, and people amongst the crowd suddenly turn on each other as some of them take out knives and begin to stab other people within the table.
I would say like Ronnie seeing that suddenly happen, he would immediately start beelining towards Zoe.
They go to stab at you.
Can I, like, block it with my sword?
24 to hit.
It's like,
Wait, did we heal at all? Since
Was this a
it's
short
like a
rest?
feast kind of thing?
Short rest.
Short rest?
Short rest.
We can heal up a bit.
perfect.
We can
How
heal
many
up a
hit
bit first.
I would say you're at level 15. You can use 15 d8s if you want
Jesus.
to maximize your hit points.
That's It's pretty.
So hard.
This one.
Yep.
Is it 15?
15. Because like when you go to do a short rest, it gives you the option.
That's
No, it was good. It was good.
So much constantly about like ideas.
almost back at full. Yeah, well,
I've been at full health.
Whoop de doo.
the cow fast move.
What the heck?
Yeah.
It'll
So
be
that is
Only
6.
charge 88. You need to charge your phone?
Yeah.
I was gonna say if you'd like, you can use mine.
37.
Like what?
I got the charging pack.
No, I know. It's just because your things are so broken.
It's okay. It works. How would you? What if I just waited?
I mean, that's a lot of that.
I used almost all my hit die to get to 132 health.
actually no, yeah, that's right. You're right. 17. So 17 plus 19 plus 37. It's 36. 73. Okay, I'm at full health. 73 plus 23. It's 96. Math.
I was gonna say like running for something like that. I was gonna ask if like do like a reaction before like the
You can half the damage. Like you can choose to half the damage or
Don't
rogue.
they have a dodge action? That's
Yeah, they're
evade the
they're rogues.
entirely.
It doesn't work that way. Uncanny dodge is you just evade half the damage.
This was for that. You can evade it fully.
That's gonna be 21 points of damage coming your way, unless you can have that. He goes to stab you. If you like parry it, just kind of ends up cutting you instead. Right?
What's that?
You might retaliate and like go and like take your weapon and strike back at him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you do this, you hit. I'm just gonna tell you now. You strike him and like cuts into his artery, like getting him to like cover his neck, and he like falls over and just like starts to convulse. And as he does this, you notice that there's like this ball that falls out of his pocket and just rolls onto the ground. Where the house once stood, you guys see that it didn't just explode, but now there's like this geyser of lava that just like is coming out of the ground, forming into this large hole where the house used to stand. And standing before you, you see this guy dressed in all black. He's looking over the body of Rodin's wife, and he looks over at the other guy, or he looks at Rodin, and Rodin, just in complete shock and disbelief, having to just kill some of his own like people. He's like, "What madness is this?" And he says, "Only one can truly ascend, and that is going to be me." And in a fit of anger, Rodin like completely engulfs himself in fire and charges forth, and the other guy also engulfed in fire clashes with him, and they like shoot off into the sky, like watching a rocket just take off. From the hole itself, you guys see this stone hand come out of the ground.
and a large golem, a huge golem, pulls himself out of the ground and looks around, and you see that there's just a series of these large lizard creatures that come out, and some of them have like fire embers and stuff, almost like they're living within the fire itself.
Salamanders.
And they're like kind of coming out of the fire, and they start charging after all the people left in the town. You guys hear cracks as these two guys just kind of go at it in midair. Make a perception check, Zoe.
$24.
So off to the right of where you're standing, you can see Terry there. Terry, did you decide to pick up the orb?
Yeah, like right when it like rolls off, he's just gonna snatch it.
You snatch it. The other guy, like that's left, he sees the chaos and just kind of runs off in a different direction. When you look up, you can see them like kind of going at it. He like Rodin grabs the other guy by the throat and just chucks him straight down, and he clashes into the forge itself, setting fire ablaze along this trail as he skids through the ground. You see that some of the men that were at the table before have picked up weapons, and they're trying to fight back against these salamanders, but the stone golem just comes through and just smashes them, completely eradicating what's left of the forge, and then turning his attention to the people fleeing north, which seems to be a lot of the women and children, just scattering out and trying to get away from this. The golems turning, they like begin to charge in that direction, along with an army of salamanders that come out of the hole itself. Off to the left, you can see that there's some people kind of running off, but they kind of vanish as they run off in this direction. And you notice that there is a elemental person standing there, kind of like looking in your direction, and they turn, and you see like this archway kind of open in midair, and they just pass through it. You feel this conflict within you, seeing all the chaos. You see the golems approaching the innocent people, followed by like an army of these salamanders rushing out into the woods, and you begin to hear the screams of terror as they get overwhelmed by these forces. Rodin like descends down towards the forge, only to be met in force. This causing this flash of power just to explode. All of you need to make a dexterity save.
26.
18.
You still take it.
Maybe the dex save was 8. Who knows? It was 26.
Yes, let's go.
That's 57 points of fire damage, exploding out in different directions, and this blinding light of suddenly taking over the field. It makes it seem like it's suddenly daylight out.
I succeeded. Can I make a reaction to do something? Can I just draw my sword?
Sure.
Cool. Are you guys near me?
I was running towards Zoe.
Okay, so she's right next.
It's just Terry. That's not
Terry.
us.
Where are you at located? Like, where is Terry located from the house?
He's still
Like 20 feet from where you guys are standing currently.
I would like to negate that.
Negate what?
The fire.
I mean, on yourself, or
Just in general, within 30 feet of
so you're just negating it over, like creating a force field over them?
me. No, Frostbrand, when drawn,
Mhm.
extinguishes flames.
Okay, so I mean, this is like an inevitable event, so you're saving yourself and those closest to you.
Just these, yeah.
Everyone else
Yeah, no,
is
that's-
caught in this blast.
That part I'm not worried
So
about. I'm just
anybody
worried
that
about
was
that.
left in this immediate area, including some of those salamanders, can't take the heat, and they just burst into fire.
So that means
As-
we didn't take the damage.
No.
As seemingly these two are like gods right now.
Yeah, that's the only premise was to save
Mhm.
the group. And like just drawing it a little bit, puts it away, just kind of keeping it still on the down low that was there. You just like, you went to go put your hands up and block this, but then it's just like it gets real cold for a split second, and then the fire's gone from that area.
Question.
Mhm.
Would I have been able to interpret what Johnny told him? Oh,
It was just a warning of like what was happening then and there.
okay. So in a way, that was just like the staff.
It maybe even literally Johnny.
Okay.
But now all of you see yourselves in your normal garbs. This feast that once stood is now just like a crater of fire. The lava that's flowing from the pit is just kind of seeping over the remainder of the field. And all that once was is gone, and you can see, like, in front of where the remains of the house are, the molten lava is just kind of going over the remains of Rodin's wife and just engulfing it completely. And you hear Rodin let out this scream of anguish as he's just holding on to the scruff of this antagonist. And the antagonist just kind of laughing at him, just punches him on the shoulder. He's like, "It's okay. Find another one, right?" He puts his hand on either side of his head, and you see this power begin to surge through him. And he focuses all of his energy, and the guy like is trying to resist it, and then he just combusts from the inside and just vanishes. And Rodin like collapses down, and he's just laying in the molten lava itself. It seemingly is like it's burning him, but it becomes part of him, and he's just laying there looking around, and looking about. He focuses on you. You were there when I made my mistake. Don't let it be yours. And you see this vortex begin to spin around him, and his body begin to dissipate, and he just ascends straight into the heavens. And off in the distance, you can hear the screams of the people, the large, as the salamanders and the stone golems seemingly finish what's left of the villagers. And slowly, the surrounding scenery goes from that environment, and it starts to grow pitch black and close in on you guys. Sensitive ones to Arcana, you have this eerie feeling that this blackness is looking to envelop you guys.
How far is that gate that she saw?
From where you're standing, 30 feet.
We need to go now.
Terry, come
Terry,
Okay.
let's move. Terry, you see like the little hut just suddenly like pop open, just gold splatters all over the ground, and it's nice and shiny and alluring.
Do we see that?
Mm-hmm.
Terry. It's not real.
Zoe looks right at you, Terry, and she puts her hand like on your cheek. It's not real. Trust me, please. I don't want to see anyone die.
You see this black void kind of closing in and enveloping over the treasure.
He's just sorry. Just look at you. Just...
She takes Terry's hand and goes, close that gate.
I wish you can't.
As he's walking to the archway with them, and he looks back, can he see anything in that darkness?
No, it's just pitch black. In fact, you get the idea, or this feeling, that whatever this darkness is, it's sinister in nature. So you guys make a move for the gateway. As you guys reach the gateway and decide to go through, who goes through first?
She pushes Terry in through first.
So Terry, you go through.
Keep going.
And what you see before you, you see you're suddenly in this very narrow 5 foot 5 foot by 6 foot passage. If you're taller than that, you're kind of crammed in this passageway, and you can see that like the passage goes straight ahead and seems to kind of make a left turn, and then one by one the rest of you go through. Zoe, did you go in last, or you notice that this darkness that's closing in seeps closer and closer towards that gate? And when you're about to turn and go through, you hear a voice come from the darkness itself. And the voice says, "This power is mine. I hope you know that. And once I learn how to truly wield it, you'll all meet the same fate as them. I hope you're good at running."
Was that red?
That's ours.
Because the last time I remembered, he said that he was also going after it. You know I never run.
You will today. And your friends better be as quick as you are. And the darkness keeps getting closer and closer and closer. Zoe?
She steps in through the gate.
And you guys pass through. You see it the same thing that she sees. A very narrow passageway leading down and making a left turn.
Okay, we need to move. If that's it, it's still coming.
The gateway behind you, you see like this kind of black mist kind of like pouring through, and then it starts to kind of blend onto the wall.
Keep going. Move,
Keep
move,
going,
move,
keep
move,
going.
move.
Terry, run. Terry, run.
He's kind of like
Yeah.
dash.
Move, dash, everything. No
So-
room to run on walls, except for me.
You just see Toro like legs both against both walls and hands, spider crawling across.
Who's in the lead, and we'll go off of them to
Terry.
determine.
Whoever has night vision.
So,
Terry.
Yeah.
so 30 feet, right? You turn the corner. And when you turn the corner, you see that there's another passage leading straight ahead, and what looks like a dead end.
What do you see?
Another passage.
So you run down, you make a left, and you see that there's another passage that goes down maybe a little over 30 feet, and there's like this wide space there, but it doesn't seem like there's any like other turn or anything. What do you do?
It's a dead end over here.
It can't be.
He's gonna.
Is there no other
look
direction?
around. He's gonna like look around. Can you like see anything else? Maybe like a
Make an investigation check.
doorway or like.
It's not bad.
18.
You cannot tell if there is any other passages here. Do you want to move further down?
Start going, because when it's me and his turn, we're just like,
And I assume you guys are all moving with Terry, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So Terry, you move down. You go all the way down the passage, or do you go down like halfway down the passage?
Like Ronnie's even like grabbing Zoe's hand, just like make
And
sure
all of
she
you
doesn't stop.
can look around. It doesn't have to just be Terry looking. As he takes
Kind of like.
his
I
turn,
can't
all of
see
you
in the
can
dark.
make the same
Okay.
turn.
I have a passive perception of 25. Do I see anything along the walls?
Can you see in the dark?
Yes.
Well, Zoe's giving off light, so
Yeah.
you should be good.
I also have dark vision.
Should we just all roll for perception?
Yeah. Investigation
Investigation.
or intelligence, whichever is better for you.
13 for an intelligence roll.
Dirty 20.
Good shit.
20.
16.
So you see Terry kind of moving down the passage, seems to pass by this wall to the left that almost looks like
it has a doorway on it, but it's kind of shimmers slightly. And then off to the right, you see that there's another one similar to that. And then at the very end of the hall, you can see that there's like kind of like a slight turn to the left, almost like there's like a 10 by 10 foot square area there. And in the corner, you notice that there's like a shimmer on the ground.
I'm going to share that. 2 doors, shimmer.
So there's one, when you guys turn the corner, there's like 20 feet down this passage to the left, there's a doorway seemingly right there on the wall. And then another 10 feet in front of that, to the right, you see there's another door. And then 20 feet down the rest of this passage, you see that there's like something shimmering on the floor itself.
Do I know what the shimmer is?
You have an idea that like the walls that are there aren't really there. That these are actual passageways.
Okay. So wherever the shimmer is, that's where we're gonna want to go.
You have a feeling that those are different ways out.
Kind of like as Toro's following Terry. He
That way.
and like looks like right here. Puts
Yeah.
hand through.
Pointing at. You said there was 2 right next to us.
There's one to the left and one to the right.
Yeah, I'm putting my hand through the
Right,
wall.
and then
So you put your hand through, and yes, your hand goes straight
I'm
through the
gonna
wall.
peek in. What do I see?
You see that there is a 10-foot stretch from the door, and then it makes an immediate left turn.
I can't really see that much in the darkness, so if I were to peek in yellow, I won't see anything.
Give me a second. And I'm gonna start like I run in down the hall to the 10 feet. Look that way. What do I see that way?
Okay, since you moved, I'm gonna go ahead and mark another movement for the blackness. So you go to the 10-foot in. You see that another 10 foot to the left, it stops and makes another right turn. You've moved 10 feet so far.
So
What do you
like right back into the hallway.
Nope.
It seems.
No,
So it goes up, left, and then it goes off to the right again.
This one continues. Can they hear me?
Zoe, you're gonna have to trust me, okay? Terry, keep going forward. Where Terry, where Tora went. I forgot your name for a second. That's where Tora went.
Tora.
I'm literally pushing Terry forward and trying to pull Zoe.
So you all go in the same place?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. When you rejoin, Tora's just standing there, and all of you are confined in this tight space.
Tora, how's it looking?
It seems like it continues a little bit. And I'm gonna go down the next section.
How many feet are you gonna move?
I'm going to move about a solid 10 feet down, and then turn, and 10 feet down that way. If it continues.
So you go straight, make the right, you hit another spot, turn, and with that 20-foot marker, you see that there's another stretch of hallway before you, but there's a doorway halfway down this hall to the right.
Okay. Is it another one of those like weird invisible doors?
No.
There's a door.
Is it shimmering?
No.
It's not. It's an actual door.
Can I just do like another investigation check just to make sure?
You guys are like 10 feet behind me.
Yeah, but we were also kind of like moving with you.
With that investigation check, you see that there's just a clear doorway there.
No other passage or nothing?
No.
You might as well go! And like even like before I go in, I even make sure to push Zoe through just in case. So like I literally just like push Terry in, run over the wall, get behind you, make sure you go in before me.
She goes in and she kind of like trips a bit. Jeez, you could just tell me to move.
Go!
Eris,
Mm-hmm.
go in front of Tora.
So, who's moving first ahead of each other? You're sending Terry? Or are you sending Eris?
Eris is going to be with Tora a little bit ahead of him to light up
So,
more of that.
30 feet of movement, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So, Eris kind of moves ahead and looks into the passage. Are we going right or do we go straight?
What do you see?
Eris, look for a
Peek
shimmer.
their head around the corner and they say, like, this is a dead end over here. It just kind of blocks us off. So I guess we just go straight.
Looking, like going with Eris, looking down the hallway, they said looks like a dead end. Do I see any of those shimmers?
No.
No.
It just seems like it's just a right turn into like this hallway that just stops.
Okay, we're going straight.
Ronnie would kind of just like start kind of whispering to himself for a moment, just like, Johnny, Will, and Mother, whichever one of you is talking to me, could really use your help right now.
When you guys meet up with Eris, straight ahead it's 15 feet and then it turns right. What do you guys do?
What's actually following us? Is there actual darkness?
It's a black void.
Shut up.
Sign.
Oh my god! Say it! That was supposed to be the why was that?
The fucking sign.
So that was the reason.
Right now you guys can't see this.
No, I know,
It's
that-
like it's long behind you guys, but you're
Tora's gonna go.
Yeah, Zoe's gonna follow after.
Again, Ronnie's just like behind, just making sure that out of all of us, you keep moving. And hoping there's some kind of help from Johnny or the Wild Mother right now.
We timed that at the same time.
okay. So I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Movement from there. You guys moved up.
Yeah.
How many feet of movement?
The 15 up to the corner.
So 5 to 15. You see that it goes down 10 feet in front of you and then makes another left turn or right
Okay.
turn.
Going.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. At the 30-foot mark, you see that before you, there is a 20-foot, a 10 by foot and 20-foot stretch of a room. And at the very end of the room, you see that there's this like circular stone table, and atop it, there's a scroll sitting atop of it.
Oh my gosh.
Runs up, opens up, spatial distortion.
What do you see?
It's a room with a scroll in it.
Scroll.
No, Terry, bad.
I also say that like when you like peek to the right on the at the end of your movement, there's like this kind of turn and there's like this sound there that's like a.
Can I Arcana check that?
Yeah, you can Arcana check.
Lucky.
What's that a look?
25.
So with a 25, with your Arcana check, you get the sense that this is some sort of magical portal.
Okay. There's a portal in this room.
The scroll doesn't seem magical. It just seems to be sitting there. It seems old, and it's like, you know, just laying there, rolled up and on top of the table.
So it could just be like a manuscript or something.
I point at where I hear the portal coming from.
Mhm.
And like standing there kind of like in front of where the scroll is, making sure Terry goes through the
Okay, I'm going.
All right. So, Terry, you move toward the portal. Okay. Do you step through the portal? It's almost like when you go over there, it's like a little closet space, and then, like there's this floating circular like void.
He's gonna go.
Seems safe.
Right? Yeah.
Eris, go with him.
Okay. Let's go.
My soul.
jumps in. You hear it as a blender.
You jump through? When you jump through, you guys just see, and their body kind of like gets pulled into the void, and you can see it getting like reshaped and moved, and then just vanish. And then suddenly you appear back at the beginning of that tunnel where you guys had made the turn into the into the secret passage. Oh, fuck. So you're basically back to the beginning of where you guys started this little maze.
We made a wrong turn.
I'm gonna run and grab that scroll.
Okay.
Can I open it?
So you open the scroll. When you open the scroll, you look, and inscribed on it, you see some words in common.
Okay.
They seem to kind of reform and change into common as well, if that's your main language, anyways. And it says, "From the heart of darkness, fire's true strength."
Huh. Gonna close it and like point back that direction. Start going that way.
You want to go back that way?
Yes, we gotta go back that way.
Did you get anything from Eris?
Eris went in with Terry.
Yeah, I was asking her if she's getting anything from.
Zoe kind of like closes her eyes. They're not near us in this room. Hopefully he's not having a panic attack like he normally does when he's alone.
Eris. And at the end of the hallway,
They're just so confused.
and Terry, where you guys had run from earlier, you can see like creeping around the corner. It's almost like these like skinny, withered hands like coming out of the shadows, and they're like pulling themselves across the wall.
All right, time to go.
And the black void is like kind of painting along the stone wall surface.
Go back that way. we're gonna run
No,
right into
Eris is a
We run
jump
down
fire.
that passage.
So
All right, so
So now, like
But
in
it's-
that
it's-
direction, all you see is a black void at the end of the
So
hallway.
basically, the entrance is covered.
So you have the
No, but
from
it's
if
already
you're
moving
facing
up.
toward the void.
It's getting close to him.
pull-
Right?
Stop. Hold on. If you're facing toward the void, you know to the right, that's where you guys had pushed through that invisible wall. And then about 10 feet behind you, to the left of where you're standing and facing, you know that there's another one of those void walls. And then at the very end of the hallway, you know that there's a void on the floor.
We got this.
What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Huh?
so
Eris like turns around and like looks at the doorway that you guys had all gone through as a group. Maybe we should just go back this way. We go run into them, or do we go ahead? And like runs over to like the next one and just like sniffs at that doorway, and then you just see Eris like poke his head in. Whoa!
what do you see?
just pops out.
It's a long hallway. A very long hallway.
And there's a
And then what are you guys doing?
We're like full beelining it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna say you moved up to here, and then another 30 feet of movement.
We should have like a natural 40 minimum.
Yeah, like minimum of 50.
I have 55. Should have 55 too.
It's 50.
Okay, so considering that time, Terry,
50. Yeah.
the void is getting closer. It's about 10 feet from where you're currently standing.
Jump.
Through the old doorway that you went through, or the next one, or you gotta go to the one at the end of the hallway? At the end of the hallway?
Yeah, that's. He's gonna grab. He's gonna like grab Eris.
Taking Eris with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you run. You're running down the passage, this void kind of coming up behind you guys. You make it to the end of the passage where you see that there's like, again, like a 10 foot by 10 foot area. And in the corner on the floor, you just see this shimmer on the ground. And Eris is like, you think this is the way? Maybe it's a fun, happy slide, right?
Yeah, let's think of it that way.
And you jump.
Yeah, he's gonna like. He's holding on to him. He's like, hold on tight. Yeah.
All right.
He's gonna jump right in.
As you jump right in, you guys come out into the hallway. The black shadow kind of like creeping up on you guys. It's like 10 foot or 5 feet square from where you guys are standing right now. And you can see the little fingers like creeping and grabbing.
Do I
And, like,
see where
pulling
the other
away.
shimmer is?
You look and you can see to the right that there's that doorway, and at the very end you can see the shimmer on the floor.
That one.
Knowing how Terry panicked, probably.
Yeah. Go, 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 go. I still need to lead the way. I can't see shit. All I can see is the shimmer. I can't see in the darkness. I have no dark.
As they start to kind of move down the passage and surround like this shimmer on the floor, you're passing the door to the right, and you hear, Zoe, it's me, it's Vi. I need you.
Yuri.
Oh, yeah, Yuri.
That I know what I meant.
Yeah.
She stopped. Yuri?
Please. I'm stuck.
I'm gonna roll insight to know if that's her. Okay. 23.
It's her.
She's gonna pull away from him and run towards that.
Zoe.
That way.
So
Zoe, we
pulling
can't
away,
go back.
You go back down the passage and you face that right shimmer door, and you like run through. And when you run through, you see that this long hallway stretches before you.
Let's say Ronnie followed her.
Rodney followed after.
Yeah.
Toro's gonna like stop Rodney.
Booked it.
Grab his ass, stunning strike. Now,
Jesus.
I'm taking fast.
She's gonna start running forward.
How many feet?
I'm gonna go ahead and do my 30 feet. And then Misty Step.
Okay. When you hit the 30-foot marker,
Mm-hmm.
you off to the right, you see that this like doorway opens up for you. The passage ahead's still going. And through that passage, you can hear Hugh. Well, what the fuck? That's not my job. That's your job. I don't understand any of this. No, I'm gonna do it my way. Hugh. Hugh. Do you just continue on?
She's gonna like slow down her steps. Look towards in front of her, towards where she heard Yuri, and then look towards where she heard Hugh.
You get the instinct that Yuri may be further down.
Did I catch up?
I mean, at this point, yeah, if you ran through, did you follow after them as well?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
She grips onto her arm as she just like is hesitating. As much as I really dislike you, I can't abandon a friend. But she's the last one that I have of my family.
You're speaking to Rodney, or?
To herself, because she doesn't realize that he followed.
Okay. And you can hear like Yuri again down this passage. I'm stuck here. I don't know how to get out. Please. He left me here. If you guys are coming through as well, you do not hear Yuri.
Zoe, what are you doing?
When you do reach her, though, you hear Hugh, seemingly in this passage to the right.
Zoe looks back down the hallway where she heard Yuri's voice. Why did you leave me? You should have stayed with me like you promised.
Complicated than that. Please, we can talk about it later. If there's some way that you can reach me now,
Please. A forge. It's not too far from me. You have to use the forge.
She looks back towards where Hugh is. This fucking idiot. If only he listened.
Zoe, wherever you decide to go, you have to decide now. That thing's getting closer.
She's gonna reach into her pouch. If I tie a rope on you, get you through here.
I can't see.
Tora, please.
Oh god. He like pulls that scroll out. Don't know what this means, but I think it's important, and I'm gonna hand it to you.
She's gonna take it and look at you.
I'll be back, and I'm gonna start running down the hallway, even with the rope.
Okay, so you go through and you guys see the rope going through, and when you go through,
I'll try to grab it.
you make 25 feet in, and then you look to the right, and you see that 10 foot before you, there's like this large pool of nothingness. Like a starry field had touched down upon the ocean on a clear, cloudless night. Thousands of stars outstretching before it, and you see Hugh like sitting on the ground, looking up. And it takes you a moment as you're kind of like approaching. I'm going to stretch the darkness out while you're doing this. And it takes you a second to kind of, take in what you're seeing. And you just see Hugh just like talking to what looks like this human form sitting on what looks like a chair made of stars. And they're just looking down at them.
Does it look like the Forge God?
They're just shaking their head. No. This just seems like
It's
a
the one.
being with no hair, no beard, just these glowing eyes, just shaking their head.
His best friend.
And like every time Hugh just like throws his hands up, you see like this like kind of like glow coming from the side. And when you kind of step out into the pool, this glow from this god, this celestial being, looks upon you, and you realize that it's Rodin.
Oh, shit.
Not dead yet.
Wait. What? Are you present time?
Clinging to life. Hoping to be sure to give this to the right person. You have this from here, and like the one just looks and just shrugs. We'll see. And the fire god, or the prior fire god, Rodin, turns and just dissipates into the stars.
Giving what to the right person?
And Hugh like turns around. What the fuck are you doing here?
I don't know. You're the short one.
Tora, did you find him?
I found him.
Go. You can't. You can't hear each other.
Oh.
I'll just start
Yeah.
shaking the ropes.
Hugh. I don't know how you ended up down in here, but we gotta go. As much of an arrogant asshole as you are, we gotta go.
Hugh's just sitting there, taking a minute. No. I think I found my. I think I gotta have a few more words with this guy because you promised me a few things. You promised me a good future, a chance at a good thing. There was a big titty blonde goth girl, and then she got crushed by some giant. What's the deal? What am I getting out of this?
The second he starts preaching this thing, Tora is just gonna and shoot a blast of fire to the back of his armor.
The fuck? And he stands up, takes his weapon out, and the one just kind of I've told you everything that I can, you. And it seems like your hard-headedness may either cause your death or those around you. In a weird way, I'm the one praying for you. And he dissipates and becomes part of the void. and the room like shrinks down, and then it's just this empty space that he was just standing in, looking around. Now look what the fuck you did.
Not what I did. Gods are not here to give us answers, they're guiding us.
He was giving me answers. He was giving me an idea.
You heard him. He told you everything that he needed to tell you.
I'm gonna figure out how to get the fuck out of this tunnel, and I never want to see you again.
That's fine.
He like
This way.
pushes past you, and he like stops. This way, right? He just continues down the path, like grabbing the rope.
Guys, I don't know if you can hear me, but if the rope's shaking, please come this way. Because we gotta move away from the darkness.
Behind you.
I'm sorry.
Hold on, yeah. In the passage behind you, you see like the little trickling fingers gripping and like slowly pulling their way across the wall in the hallway behind you.
And this is not towards where she heard Yuri. So this is like from
From where you guys are coming from.
Okay.
So the passage behind you is now being blocked. You have only
Oh.
one way, it's to go forward. And as this is happening, Tora and Hugh come through the passage.
Oh, finally.
And Tora's and Hugh's just like, oh, great. Everybody's back together.
Yeah, shut up. Keep moving.
I guess you all needed me, huh?
Just shut up, Hugh.
We just gotta keep moving before that thing gets any closer.
Zoe's gonna go ahead and just start running towards straight.
And as you guys continue down this passage that seems to kind of like turn and go on forever, we cut over to you. Eris, clutched to you, is shaking wildly. As the two of you are falling through an infinite space. Everything around you a swirl of confusion. You see a clock tower fly by,
Oh my god.
and it just seems to go on and on and on and on. And Eris is like, when is it gonna stop? When is it gonna stop? When is it gonna stop?
I've been falling for 30 minutes.
Yelling too.
And then all of a sudden, and you guys are standing in this large oval-shaped chamber, and this circular door this bright illuminating light is coming out of this doorway.
Are we dead?
Is this the heavenly gate?
Oh, I hope not.
And you hear
It's already dead. Like he's just holding it like, ah.
you hear the patter,
Oh god.
It's Hugh.
and you see this real pissed off looking dwarf. His beard all braided up, his hair all done up. He's wearing robes with streaking stars going across it. And he comes out and he goes, one disrupts the god himself. Another disrupts the passage of the fire god. And now you. You had to just step into the void, didn't you? Great. What lovely purpose do they have for me now?
I'm sorry, who are you?
And that's where we end today. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Is this the dwarf from way back when?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
From before training.
No, this is the dwarf. This is that dwarf. This
Yeah.
is the dwarf from the cave dwarf.
Yeah.
Everybody who's watching, thank you for being a part of the adventure. It's been a lot of fun. We still got a lot to go with this one. We'll see you on the next session.
My cave.